Y'all ain't ready for this one.
Is that it up there? Is this it?
I don't know, man. We're just gonna have to find out. Whoa.
Holy shit, dude.
Immediately.
Huh?
I disagree.
Clear blue skies from the basement. Clear blue skies from the basement. Basement. Clear blue skies. The basement.
No.
Give them AIDS and then I'll be happy.
Nope.
That shit's buttery.
And the other cop has a wolf mask on.
What's up, Noah?
Ow! Fuck!
I'm a tourist.
You're a big old worm, aren't you? You got that good, man.
I know you
do. Every time I do that, though, I start to go into the what's that? Panic at the Disco. Back to the streets. Not in the afternoon.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
not a huge Panic fan, so I've heard it, but don't really know it. The only one is
I'm sorry. What did you just say?
chimed
to me?
in with it.
What
Haven't
did
you
you just say
people
to me?
ever heard of?
No. Stop. What did you just say to me? Not a big Panic fan? Get the. Well, actually, you can't really get out, but.
Yeah, dude, these chains are pretty tight.
God damn it! I feel like my See,
You can fix it on the fly. It's all good.
I'm trying, motherfucker. Jesus
no,
Christ.
my point with Panic, I think.
Well, I was just saying, like, I don't want. If I start to talk a little more quieter, I don't want it to be cut out too much, you know. If I whisper something like that, you know, I'd still pick it up. All right, we're good.
Okay, cool.
Fucking bullshit. I can do yours on the fly though. I don't really give a shit about yours.
Oh well, fuck.
My audio
you.
is kind of the only one that I really worry about in the first place. So
I can always add post effects anyway.
oh yeah, that's right.
If I sound bad, I've doubled up on effects before in the past, where like I just took your presets that you gave me and just double layered them over the episode, so it sounded a little better.
Okay, cool, hell yeah.
Brendan Yuri.
Yeah, Brandon Urie.
Yeah,
Brendan Urie. Yeah, Brendan Urie.
His voice is amazing. You can't take that away, obviously. Like, I respect that. I think he's an amazing singer.
Okay, but
and
that's
very musically talented.
Agreed.
But
Agreed.
my issue is that none of their songs follow structure in any way. Like, even the one that I was singing a second ago, I Write Sins, Not Tragedies. That song doesn't go verse, chorus, bridge, chorus, or any of that shit. Like,
so you're complaining about the song structure here?
well, it wouldn't be a problem if all their songs weren't like that. Like, but every single Panic song doesn't follow a classical structure, and it throws me off. That's the only reason I don't like it. That's all.
You're such a normie.
I know, dude.
You
I
were
know.
such a normie.
I told you last episode that shit like that pisses me off.
Yeah.
Like,
You are definitely a fucking drunk lady, dude. Like, I don't understand how you can't. Whatever. Oh, whatever.
I do what I want.
I do what I want.
Fuck you guys. I'm going home.
Fuck you guys, I'm going home. All right. So, got a story to tell you.
Okay.
I had fun this weekend. Went to Sonic Temple on
Yeah.
Friday.
I saw your Instagram post.
Dude, fucking awesome.
I drove by there on the way here. They're tearing it down.
Yeah.
Map free, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Map free stadium. So, we'll start from the beginning here. It was like maybe a week before Friday. I'm like asking my mom, like, hey, did you get our tickets? She's like, no, it's the weekend. I'm gonna call them on Monday. So she calls them like last month, like just this past Monday.
Yeah.
Like 4 days before Friday. and they're like, we have no record of you buying tickets with us.
Oh shit.
But my mom has the confirmation number and the $300 taken out of her bank account.
Okay.
So we know that we like paid for them, but they have no record of the tickets. So what they think happened is she was like flipping between like websites or like tabs too much, and it expired. So they were like, we can give you 2 stadium passes for all weekend. I was like, that totally defeats the whole fucking purpose of me going, because I wanted to see System of a Down and I wanted to be on the field. So we got 2 field passes for Friday. Like that was the only thing I wanted. I didn't want fucking stadium because I wanted to be on the floor. So my mom, bless her so much. Thank you so much, Mom. Paid extra for us to get like the field for Friday, and then
Mom coming in clutch right after Mother's Day.
I
too.
gotta we got a field for Friday and a field for all weekend.
Wow.
Yeah. So she paid the extra for the field for the all weekend, and then we got one for Friday. And so we gave the weekend one. I didn't go Saturday and Sunday. We gave the weekend one to a family friend of ours. So hope he had fucking fun. Oh, he gave me some fucking edibles. I forgot.
Oh, dope.
I totally forgot. Do you want to fucking eat some edibles, dude?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, dude, we should totally. Let me finish this little story, and I'll fucking go get them when we go on a break.
Okay.
Okay, so shitty thing with the tickets, they didn't even come until like 10 o'clock in the morning Friday morning. So I'm like at work. I had to go to work at fucking 8 a.m. Friday morning too.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't get off until 1 o'clock, and then immediately went home and fucking picked up my wife. Immediately went to my mom's house, picked up the fucking tickets, and then immediately made it all the way.
Immediately.
All the fucking way to the stadium, dude. I was not waiting on anybody. Nothing. I was anxious the whole fucking time too.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'd be fucking pumped out on my mind to go see System, man.
Oh man. Who else was there? See, I don't even care. Oh, Tom Morello was there, so that was cool.
Cool.
Was
it Prophets of Rage?
I don't know.
That's his. I don't know if it's like still considered the new thing they're doing, but it's him, and then
it was just him.
Oh, okay.
Pretty
it's
sure.
him, and then why can't I remember the rap group that does it with him?
No, there wasn't a rap group. With
Okay,
him.
but
Yeah.
they have this new band called Prophets of Rage. They do a bunch of Rage Against the Machine songs.
Oh fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to see that, man. Fucking Rage Against the Machine video came up on my, like, one of their live shows came up on my Facebook feed earlier. I was like, turned it to my wife. It was like, I wish I could have been there.
Yeah.
That would have been fucking amazing. Anyways, so we get there and we meet up with my wife and her mom and her husband, and we get out onto the field, and her stepdad was like, I want to go out into the field, smoke a J, whatever. I'm like, cool, sounds awesome, let's go. So we go out into the crowd, and we get, we're kind of standing there. He was like, oh, I want to move up a little bit. So right before he says that, I feel something on my shoulder. And so I look to my left because I think my first thought was somebody like recognized me and put their hand on my shoulder and like put their arm around me and then put their hand on my shoulder. And so I looked to my left, and then nobody was there. It was just my wife's stepdad. And he's like looking at the stage. He's not looking at me. So like I know that he doesn't realize what's going on. And so I look to my right, and on my shoulder is a fucking banana.
That's the backstory of the picture. Got it.
So I guess I should have given this away too. I was wearing a white shirt that had bananas all over it.
The banana shirt.
Yeah, the banana shirt.
Yeah.
I have 2 of them actually. I've got the white one with the bananas, and then I got the navy blue one with the bananas.
You've got a lot of banana paraphernalia.
I saw 2 other motherfuckers with the blue banana shirt, and I thought about wearing that one and was like, nah, fuck that. I'm wearing the white one, and I'm so happy that I did because I saw 2 other dudes with the navy blue one and the bananas, and then I saw one that had it was like a sky blue one with bananas on it, and I'd seen that shirt too, and I wanted to get it, so I have all 3 of them, but I was the only one that I saw with the white banana shirt. So power of the white banana shirt is what I'm telling you.
White banana power.
Dude, I literally, I turned around after I picked it because I realized what it was and was like, no fucking way. So I turned around. This dude is just like, got the devil horns up, sticking his tongue out. And so I do the same thing back, and then fucking rip the thing out. And by this point, Jason starts walking away. Like, her stepdad starts walking away from me because he was like, oh, I'm going to move up right as this happens.
Yeah.
And so, like, I immediately, like, open it up and start eating it and then sticking it up in the air and like rocking back and forth. So like the people behind me can see that I'm like still eating it. Like you could have followed the banana and found where I was.
That's
so
awesome.
We get up a little bit and we hear this couple behind me. This chick goes, I wonder if weed's like legal here. And so I chime in and I'm like, it almost is. Like we're close. We're almost there.
Yeah.
So we find out that they're from Seattle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that was kind of cool. They're like super legal there, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, Washington's legal.
Yeah. So that was pretty cool talking to them. We told them about the story because I had the banana in my hand and was like eating it when we were talking to them. So I'm on some random lady's Snapchat from Seattle, like eating the banana.
Shout out to that lady.
I hope you hear this. I
Yeah.
hope you hear this. Honestly, that would be so awesome.
Somebody find that Snapchat. Like, if Austin's in there, so find him.
Yeah, for real. That would be so dope.
We could connect so many people that way.
Dude, this is where I need business cards, man. I should have fucking given her a business card.
Yeah. Podcast business cards.
Dude, I'm going to
yo.
fucking do it, man. It's happening.
It's getting
happening.
professional up in here.
All right, so we saw a whole bunch of like people that we knew, some friends of ours, some family. Oh, it was really cool. They had graffiti artists there,
Oh, okay.
and they were doing like live performance like almost all day, like maybe like 10 o'clock they kind of stopped, 9-10 o'clock they stopped.
Yeah.
But from as far as I know, from like when they opened or even before they opened the gates, they had been like spray painting and shit.
That's pretty cool.
And they had a lift. They were these giant columns in the middle, and they were spread out throughout the like venue, and so you could tell that they had gone from like one to each one and had just done this thing up. And the one that they were on was in the front. So as soon as you walked in, you just see these guys out there spray painting. I immediately thought of you and was like, Wes would have fucking loved this.
Yeah, I would have thought that was really cool.
Yeah, I know. I fucking know. So
And the only problem I have with it is legal walls. It's kind of a divide in the graffiti community.
It's still fucking vandalism, man.
Kinda.
No,
It's allowed.
Not kinda. It's vandalism.
Sure. Allowed vandalism.
Nope, it's vandalism. Did you hear about Reynoldsburg High School got shit on, and because they had like students and stuff, I'm pretty sure somebody they put a whole mural up on on the front of their school,
Yeah.
on the wall, and they got shit on for it, and people said it was vandalism.
I mean, I like graffiti in all of its forms. The only reason I brought that up is because there is a split in the community. There's kind of like the Banksy mentality about it, where like companies and advertisers push their shit and their art in your face all the time. So it's a reclaiming of public space by going out and vandalizing.
Okay.
So I kind of follow that mentality about it. But still, I respect the art form. So it would have been really cool to see that at Sonic Temple. Or even, I didn't know that happened in Reynoldsburg. It's pretty dope.
Yeah.
I fully 100% support that.
Me too.
I was trying to. So you've got your banana for people who want to see Blue Skies Guy 1 on Instagram. That's Austin's page. You can follow him and see the banana shirt and the picture. And is the guy behind you wearing sunglasses the guy that threw the banana on your shoulder?
No. I don't know who that guy is. He's not looking at me either. He's
Okay.
looking up at the stage.
God, it just kind of looks like he's focused on that banana.
It looks like he's like a part of it, but he's not. I don't
Yeah.
know who that guy is. Never seen him a day in my life.
I was just trying to figure out which way you opened the banana, and you opened it the wrong fucking way.
I did because it was in the moment, and I did the the cool thing where I like flicked it and opened it.
Okay.
Yeah. See, I even added some style points to it
I
too.
can
you
forgive
know?
you for that.
Yeah,
man.
like come on, man. Like he gave me the banana, I was like, and then flicked it open, and then like peeled it the rest of the way, and then took a fucking bite of it, started rocking it, banging my head, dude. It was badass. Don't fucking tell me I opened that shit the wrong way.
It's a beautiful moment. I
It
apologize.
was a beautiful moment. Okay, I was fucking charged about it, dude. It made my whole day, dude. Made my whole day. I was fucking. Whoo, power of the fucking banana shirt, dude. I'm telling you, there's some real power in that fucking shirt.
Yeah. Or it's just too easy to please you. Either or.
Fair enough,
I'll keep
actually.
in mind that I just need to bring a banana.
Oh, shit.
That sounds like a blast, though, dude.
Yeah, and then, fuck, man, I don't even remember who was on before System of a Down. Ghost.
Oh,
Ghost.
okay.
They were cool. They're kind of weird.
That's another one that I respect musically, but I can't get into it.
Yeah, they're really weird too.
Yeah.
They're a good band, and they play really good live too. But they're really weird.
You know the whole backstory with what they do, right? Like they switch out like Pope or Father or whatever the fuck they call the lead singer. Like they've had different lead singers, and they get they run it like a weird satanic church type thing where like somebody comes up through the ranks and that's the singer. And then the faceless demons, those are all different people. Like there's been a few that have played in the band for a while, but they rotate those guys out too.
No way.
Yeah, so it's like a changing band. It's not always the same people. And you can hear the vocal differences if you go back and listen to like the first album and then listen to the new shit. That's a different guy.
Whoa.
Yeah. I did a bunch of research on them because I tried to like them a lot, and I just can't get into it.
I like the music just because it's catchy, but there was one part where he was like, something about, do you want to hear a song that'll tickle your taint? And
Get up in that perineum.
I mean, in the moment, I was kind of about it, but he like kept like repeating it. He was like, "Okay, well, now we're gonna play a song that's gonna vibrate your anus," and like it was just.
Are they gonna play the brown note? Like
I was afraid of that. I was totally afraid of that. Thought it could happen. I was like, "Fuck." The song was not even that heavy. Like it was not even like they're not a super heavy band.
No, they remind me of like alternative rock.
Yeah.
They're not.
Never to forget.
Yeah, especially their
Never
choruses, like that Square Hammer song. I don't
No.
know, yeah,
Yeah.
they're okay.
And then System of a Down comes on after them. And people, oh my God, anybody that said that that didn't like the show because they didn't perform as good as they did in the past needs to shut the fuck up.
They're like 50 now,
Dude,
right?
they're fucking old, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know how long they've been doing this shit? And they were doing drugs and crazy shit back in the day. So, like, you
Yeah,
know,
how's Darren looking? The guitarist?
he's good. He actually looks kind of good. You can tell he's got kind of a belly now.
Yeah.
So I don't think that he's like.
He's always kind of had a little bit of a belly.
It's more prominent now. You can see it on the screen. Like yeah, it's not like you gotta watch it or see it in a picture in a certain way or something like that. It's like you can see it on the screen. I think that they probably don't do drugs and shit anymore.
Yeah.
Probably take life a little bit easier. I'm sure that Surge does too, especially.
He's like the most dedicated and professional that. I'm no shade to the other band members, obviously, but he's
what
done
the
so
fuck?
many side projects and put out so much work, even just besides System.
This is true. What about the bassist though? I don't know anything about him.
I don't know his name, but he's been in the band since the beginning.
Oh yeah, I know that. I just I don't know. Like, does he do other things? I don't even know what his name is.
The only two people that I know who do other things is Darren and Serge. Like Serge did the solo albums, which I actually really liked.
Yeah, but doesn't the
And
drummer
then-
for System of it isn't that the same drummer?
No, it's like the Flying Cunts or something like that is the band that plays with Serge. I forget the full band name.
Oh, okay.
And then fucking Darren does Scars on Broadway. He's the lead singer.
Okay.
But the drummer and the bassist, I have no idea.
Scars on Broadway?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna have to look that up.
You've never heard any Scars on Broadway?
No.
Darren's not the
No.
best songwriter, but it's very system similar.
I wonder if I can find it on like Apple Music.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
They're on everything.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right. Cause
You'll like it.
I match up with his voice more than I do Serge's.
Yeah.
So.
If you like the song Lonely Day, but you wanted it to be heavier, you'll like Scars on Broadway.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, when I'm having a lonely day, I can get down with some Lonely Day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm just gonna go ahead and. Well, 2008 though.
Yeah. I don't know how much he's done since System's gotten back together.
2018. Dictator, the album. 2018. Okay.
I didn't know they came out with an album last year. Like, I don't follow them super closely, but I do love what the guys at System do. So
I'm adding both of these just because I love Darren. I really do.
I think he's the most fun of the group.
Yeah. Yeah. My cock is much bigger than yours. Dude, shit was so awesome to see them live, man. I was freaking out. Not as much as Avenged, but I was right there.
Yeah.
It's like Avenged Sevenfold, System of a Down, and now I've crossed both of them off my bucket list, and I'm cool. I'm happy now.
I think the two I'd want to see before they stop touring is System and Red Hot Chili Peppers. That's like those are the two I need to cross off my list, and then I'm done.
Oh, I've got Red Hot Chili Peppers, man.
Yeah.
Got you on that one. Sorry.
I haven't been to very many concerts. I went and saw fucking, why can't I think of the name? Smashing Pumpkins. I saw
Ooh.
them at the Basement in Columbus.
That would have been a good show.
It was really cool, and Five Knives opened up for them. They're like an electronic post-apocalyptic band,
Okay.
and the singer is gorgeous, and it was just an awesome show.
Fuck yeah.
I liked them better than Smashing Pumpkins, actually.
No shit.
Yeah. But Pumpkins was cool, and then I went to I saw Blind Melon with the new singer since I forget the lead singer of Blind Melon, but he passed away back in like the 90s, and they've been touring with a new guy. And then I saw Christina Aguilera and Rascal Flatts together.
I almost wanted to say I didn't expect them to do a concert together, but then again, I fucking do. And if me and my wife were together back then, I probably would have gone to that.
It's a dope show. Christina Aguilera puts on a fucking show.
Oh, yeah. I know she does.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, I might have gone to that
When
back
she
in the
did
day.
Candyman, they brought out a giant spinning wheel, picked somebody out of the audience, had him get strapped into the wheel, and then Christina Aguilera was throwing shit at him while he was spinning, and she's singing. It was awesome. It was the craziest shit.
Like knives and shit, or
I don't remember because I was like 10 when I went to that.
Oh,
But
okay, yeah.
That's the one thing I remember from that concert. Is they bring out this giant spinning wheel. She's singing Candyman while this dude's up there spinning around, getting shit thrown at him.
That would have been the pinnacle of my 10-year-old life.
It was
right
amazing.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's when I figured out what boners were.
Oh my god. Oh, so one of the issues I had with Rock on the Range was that you were allowed to bring a clear string backpack,
Yeah.
but you weren't allowed to have a clear book bag, like
Hmm.
strapped book bag.
That's weird.
Yeah,
Why? Well, maybe because you could hide something under the straps.
I don't think so.
That doesn't make any sense.
Because they search your bag. Like, they searched my bag.
Yeah. What the fuck?
I think
I get that the security's heightened after there's been like terrorist attacks at concerts and then the whole Las Vegas shooting and all that shit. They don't want anything like that to happen, but
I feel it, but you don't think that you could find whatever it is, even if it is, like, the only thing that I can think of is that it's just more space. They were trying to make sure that you just couldn't bring in a whole lot of stuff.
that makes
You
sense.
know, you can't bring in anything heavy, anything like that. So I get it, but then again, I don't. I'm like, fuck off. Why couldn't I wear? The straps bother me.
Yeah.
Or the strings bother me. I'd rather have the straps.
They don't feel good when you're wearing it for hours.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I should just make my own. Put the fucking straps on there.
Yeah.
Be like, it's the same size fucking book bag. It just has the straps on there.
Duct tape.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I would just have to make sure that I didn't put the duct tape far enough down so I could still open and close the bag.
Yeah. Poozin'.
My little Susan's in here, over there laying down. Cutie.
Yeah. She's just staring at the door.
I think she wants to go downstairs.
Probably.
I'm gonna go grab those edibles.
Okay. We're going to take a quick break, guys.
What's up, you guys? Austin here, joining me as always.
Here's Wes. Hi, guys.
Hey, if you guys are enjoying the episode, go follow us on our Instagram at Blue Skies Pod. We post pictures, about the episodes, or maybe just some funny pictures that we find on the internet.
You can check out our Facebook, too. We've got a Facebook page. It's Blue Skies from the Basement on Facebook. And we've got some good discussions going on over there.
Oh,
and
a lot of people
also-
commenting over there.
Yeah. There's been some interesting debate recently. But we've got episode release information in there and updates on the show. So check that out as well.
There's also a link on the Facebook to our email where you can just hit a button and it'll take you to a page to send us an email at our at blueskiespodcast@gmail.com. So that's another way that you can reach us, tell us stories, give us topics to talk about, comment about the podcast, anything you want to do.
Yeah, if you guys want to call in, we have a new voicemail line. You can leave a message at 614-600-2056 and leave us a voicemail. And if it's good enough or funny enough, we might even play it on the show.
Ooh, there you go. Get yourself on the show.
Yeah. Hey guys, Austin just left. I don't have a whole lot of time here. He still got me chained up on the basement. If you could just let people know, tell as many people as you can, and spread it on social media. I gotta get out of here, you guys. I gotta get out of here. Oh, he's coming back. I gotta go.
Make sure that if you really want to be involved and you really want to be a part of our podcast, follow us on our home, platform, and that's Podbean. So if you just download, they've got an app, or you can search it on the web. Look us up on Podbean. You can comment. You can follow us on there.
Yeah, we're blueskiesfromthebasement.podbean.com. That's the home site where you can also leave comments. We've got a bunch of early listeners threw some comments up on there.
Yeah.
Join in with them.
Also, we do have one Apple review.
Oh yeah, we got the one. It's
We got
all
the
lonely
one.
by itself,
We
just
got
sitting there.
We got the one. We are still rated 5 stars on Apple. But you guys can listen to us on Apple, on Podbean. You can listen to us on Google Play Music, Google Podcasts, Himalaya. Anything that you guys listen to, you can find us on.
All the apps.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. If you do listen to us on Apple, make sure to leave a review. Give us 5 stars. Really helps us out.
Yeah, that probably helps us out the most. Just lets people know that we're legit and that people are listening to us.
Yeah.
So get us higher up on those iTunes charts.
Also, word of mouth. It's better for you to go and tell your friends about us. Let us into your friends' minds. I just want to squiggle my way into your little friends' minds and just try and get a little dabble of what they're thinking.
We're gonna make a nest in there.
Oh, I'm gonna make a nest in your friends' minds. And they're gonna love it.
We're gonna have snacks in your friend's
Oh, you're gonna be able to munch on them too.
Just definitely tell a friend. We appreciate it, you guys.
Hey, thank you so much. All right, so I got a fucking game for people because I've thought about doing this in fucking high school and I never did it, and I want somebody to do it and videotape it, and I think it'll be hilarious. But I want 2 people to get dog shock collars that have remote keys with them, so you can shock it whenever you want to, and you put like the one that you get on your friend, so you have the key to your friend's shock collar, and put it on your leg, and then go through school, and your friend can shock you whenever they want to, and you can't say anything about it. You can't tell anybody why you're acting crazy or nothing, or you lose the game. Whoever can make it the whole day wins.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's torture.
Yeah. No, that's hilarious. That's comedy.
Yeah.
It's not torture.
I love it.
No, I think it'd be hilarious. You just be sitting in class, like learning about something. The next thing you know, like, yeah, all of your shit goes flying. Your knees fucking hit the top of the bottom of the desk. You know.
Yeah,
Somebody do it.
it's brutal.
Yeah, so I need somebody to do it.
We need video evidence posted to the Instagram.
Yeah. And then I think we should hit up a YouTube channel. Find a high school YouTube channel.
One of those prank channels.
Yeah. Of, like just a bunch of high schoolers and see if they'll do it.
I mean, sure. I'm down.
We'll give them like a $1 prize.
There's that Fiverr website where you can pay people small amounts of money to do whatever you want. Like you just post the job and then people will respond and do it. That's how PewDiePie got in trouble.
Wait, he got in trouble?
Yeah, because he had somebody hold a sign that was like Hitler did nothing wrong or fuck the Jews or something like that for $5, and they did it and filmed it.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you like they have to go do it and then they send you the proof and then you're like, okay, I'll send you the money.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So we could do that.
Yeah, let's do it.
It's cheap.
Dude, I might while we're sitting here fucking talking, I might go look that shit up real quick.
All right, you pull that shit up, and I've got more pedantic shit from last episode that I need to talk
Yay!
about.
All right, channel your inner drunk lady, because Wes is probably gonna bring it out of me.
I mean, I drank a little bit before I came over here too, breaking all the rules, so that I'm already spirit animaled up.
God damn it! You said Fiverr?
Yeah.
Is it 2 R's?
Yeah.
Ooh, I found it.
You. All right. Number 1. Vampires should all have AIDS. Why has that never come up in any vampire movie or story ever? Unless
Why?
because they're bloodsuckers. That's how
Okay.
they live.
Yeah.
So like that scene in Blade where like they're at the rave club and the sprinklers start spraying blood on everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody in there has AIDS. Like immediately. Like
What if they tested the blood?
I guess, but at some point you're gonna bite the wrong person, right?
You're also a vampire, so
You live forever, but you live forever with AIDS. Like
but you wouldn't get AIDS. That's why you live forever. Because if you got AIDS, you would end up. That means you're
I think
like
they
shit would end up happening to you, but you don't get diseases. Your disease is being a vampire, and that's it. That's all you get. You don't get any other diseases. You don't have to worry about STDs
so
and
vampires
AIDS.
can't get cancer?
No, you're a fucking vampire.
That
You
needs
can't
to be
get
addressed
cancer.
then. Why has no vampire movie ever been like, yeah, so this vampire can't have Downs because it's a vampire, you know? Like, why isn't there a Down syndrome vampire? You think if there was vampires in the world, given enough time, eventually all of them would have some fucked up blood disease, right? Unless they're immune.
No, because they're fucking vampires. They're immune
But that's never
to
been
diseases.
You're making up rules. That's never been said.
No, I'm not making up rules. I'm not making up
They've
rules.
never said that vampires can't
How
get
do
diseases.
you know they've never said this?
Because I've seen
You've watched every single vampire movie out there.
I've seen most of them.
I challenge you to that because there's a lot of vampire movies out there.
Somebody make me a list of the top 50 best vampires.
Look, just because you fucking seen Twilight doesn't mean you've seen vampire movies.
I've seen all the
Wes.
Twilights and I didn't want to. I've seen so many fucking vampire movies. Interview with a Vampire. Not good. Seen it. Let the Right One In. Both the American remake and the Russian original.
Wait, hold on, no.
30 Days of Night. I've seen that shit a bunch of times. I've seen all the Blade movies.
So what you're telling me is that your wife enjoys vampire movies.
My wife enjoys vampires, but she didn't like Twilight that much.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah. My grandma actually made me go with her to those. She's real into it.
There you go, Grandma.
Yeah.
She got you.
She wasn't going to go by herself. I'm a good grandson. So you disagree with me then that vampires can't get diseases, including like blood diseases.
No, they can't. I don't think they can.
I
Hold
need
on.
somebody to find me the
Bro.
proof.
No, I'm looking this shit up right now.
Okay,
dude. I'm about
Google
to
it now.
this shit. Yeah, I don't think that they can. They live forever.
That's fine.
So what? Why would their bodies need? Like, why would there even be a thing for them to get AIDS? Okay, and
What about being a vampire makes you immune to things, though? I get that they live forever. That's fine. Immortality, I'll give you that. But, like, it doesn't change your immune system so that you don't, like... My understanding
Bro,
is
tell me this is not fucking perfect. It's called the AustinChronicle.com. About AIDS. Can vampires get AIDS?
it's a Texas website, Austin Chronicle.
Way to fucking ruin it for me. Fucking hate you.
I spend too much time on the internet, dude.
Holidays are upon us. The time of trick or treats is the air in the world. Oh my god, shut up.
The way they open articles like that.
Vampires in folklore and popular superstition. A corpse that becomes reanimated and leaves its grave at night to suck the blood of sleeping persons. The definition creates an oxymoron. A corpse reanimated. How can a vampire be both? Of course, it is a superstition, so that gives us some flexibility towards this topic. The vampire is a corpse, so it would be dead and not have an immune system or produce its own blood. The blood of others is its chosen meal, which does not go into any true functioning system. Indeed, the vampire must not be at risk, for there is no opportunity for true exposure.
What's the point of sucking blood if you don't need it for... Like, I thought the point of a vampire was that they don't have their own blood, so they need other people's blood.
Common misconception, I guess.
And then also, there's different definitions of vampire. Like if you go back to like Dracula, which would before like Dracula and the whole book series, it was a family in not Transylvania. I can't remember the country, but it was like the Order of Dragons is where that all comes from. Is the original vampire myth was there was this family that had like the dragon as their crest, and they were thought to be vampires. And also, that brings up the point, like, when you get bit by a vampire, especially in certain, like, films and media, does that just instantly kill you and now you don't have any blood? Like, the transformation into a vampire, does that make you a corpse that now you need to feed on the living?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So these are all made-up fucking rules is my point. Why can't vampires have AIDS if we're going to make up rules?
No, because what they're saying is that they don't have an immune system. They're a corpse.
But that's a made-up rule. I'm gonna write a book
No,
where
it's not
vampires get
it's not a
AIDS.
made up rule. The definition of a fucking vampire is a reanimated corpse.
That's not what I think of a vampire.
Well, then you're wrong. What you think of a vampire is the wrong perspective.
You're
or
saying
view.
Twilight's wrong then. Because they're not dead.
Twilight is wrong.
Well,
yes,
that's my whole point,
That's
is that it's all
exactly
made
what
up.
I'm saying.
It's mythology.
No.
Give them AIDS and then I'll be happy.
No, because the true mythology, that's a fucking movie, okay? That's just fiction. That's not mythology.
So
that's
is
just
Blade.
fucking fiction. Okay, so is fucking Blade. I'll agree with you on that.
So is vampires in general.
I disagree.
Did you know there's a whole group of people that think they're actually vampires and they
There's people who think they're cats.
Yeah, no, for sure. But there's people who think they're vampires and they'll suck a little bit of blood off like an incision on your back after they get you HIV tested. Like there's a whole group of people that like test each other and then drink each other's blood in small amounts. They're called sanguine vampires. And then there's a different sect of that's called psychic vampires, and they feed off of your like energy force rather than your blood.
So there's like some things that you just don't have to tell me, and that was probably one of them. I'm never going to use that information ever in my entire life.
Last podcast did an episode about it recently.
Why? Why are you doing that? What do you benefit from sucking in other people's blood?
They think they're vampires. One of them's going to get AIDS, and it's going to make me right.
No, because they are still living. They are not a corpse that is reanimated. That is what makes you a vampire.
They would beg to differ.
Well, no. Okay, well, I don't really give a fuck about what they're begging to differ about, all right? If you want to go and look up... Bro, hold up. No, I'm about to go look up what the actual... Because this was a fucking...
Fuck you, Austin Chronicles.
Not necessarily because they proved my point and made me correct, so I'm actually going to go with them. But I want to know what the actual definition on Google, in the dictionary, it says a corpse supposed in Europe folklore to leave its grave at night to drink the blood of the living by biting their necks with long pointed canine teeth. A small bat that feeds on the blood of mammals or birds using its two sharp incisor teeth. And that's about a real... I mean,
yeah.
like
So here's the thing: is I know that stuff though. Like I get it. I get deep into vampire mythology, and there's different versions of what vampire is throughout time. Did you know that people used to break the bones of corpses and then put rocks over their like large boulders on
Yeah.
their chest to keep them from coming out of the grave.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like
That's why they wanted to put like cement over top of people's graves.
because they thought they'd come back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dumbasses.
So that's kind of my whole point. I love how heated you get when I start reading my notes. Yeah, we're fighting over made up shit, man.
Because you have to be a corpse reanimated, which means you don't have an immune system. You can carry AIDS, but you don't have AIDS.
Let's say somebody.
So,
well,
like, if you
that's
were
what I'm saying.
okay, so if you were to bite somebody and you now have AIDS on your teeth, so if you were to go bite somebody else,
Dirty ass.
they
teeth.
now have AIDS, but now they're a vampire, so it doesn't even matter. You're not gonna transfer AIDS to anybody because when you suck somebody's blood, you turn them into a vampire, or they're dead.
Yeah. So all vampires have dormant AIDS. Is kind of what my point was.
No. You
'Cause
didn't
given
say,
enough
you didn't say
time-
dormant AIDS. You just said AIDS. There's a difference.
I want it
because
to be addressed. Is all I'm saying. I'm saying some vampire movie or book or mythology needs to bring this up.
Wes, go make a goddamn movie. Write a fucking book.
Somebody fund me. Also,
Oh,
I want to go fund my vampire movie. What I do
We're
want
gonna
to
tell you the truth about vampires. All right, they all have AIDS.
vampires, the AIDS story. I do want to put the call out there. If there are any sanguine vampires by practice, we'd love to hear what your opinion on this is.
Seriously, I would love it. I would absolutely love it. I'm so fucking serious. Like, I would love to hear your opinion on this. I'd read that shit like 5 times. I'm telling you.
I mean, yeah, let us know what you think. Note 2. This is going to take me a while to get through.
Shit.
Here's my second little nitpicky thing that I've got for
I
you.
need to take my shoes off. You're getting me. I'm getting heated already, man. I'm serious. I'm taking my fucking shoes off right now. Whew. All right, I'm ready.
All right. So, you know what a
my shirt a
meet
little
and
bit.
greet is, right?
A meet and greet.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you said meet all weird, like it was supposed to be like wink, wink, meet and
Well,
greet.
I guess I gave that away a little. I didn't mean to do
Ah! I figured you out.
that. I wish I could zoom in on my notes so I could just show you that one part of it and you couldn't see all the other crazy shit that I wrote because it gives away what I'm going to talk about. But
Okay.
yeah, so meet as in MEET
Yeah.
and GREET.
Meet and greet.
Yeah.
Meet and great? What are you getting at here? I feel like you're going back to like the teeth brush shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's exactly it.
Okay.
What? Why is meet and great the same as greet? Like, we use EA. Like, meet sounds like greet with 2 E's. But you spell great with an A, and you also spell meet with an A, right?
Dude, you need to just go find somebody with an English major that can explain all this shit to you.
I don't understand
And
why we do shit like
we
that.
do this because I can't help you out here, okay, with all of these issues with words.
Maybe somebody in our audience is a
I
linguist.
hope somebody is because I'm getting real tired of your shit.
Well, that's why I'm bringing it up on the podcast. There's other people besides you listening to me right now. God damn it.
I'm glad you guys have to suffer with me. I don't know why I come down into this fucking basement.
You're gonna sit through my shit. That's what's gonna happen. All right, so that's the last of my nitpicky shit, though. I see that you're not happy about that one. I will leave it be. The other shit that I wrote down is just stuff I thought of at work. I came up with a euphemism for masturbating that I thought was pretty funny, but I'm sure you're gonna shoot me down on this too.
Oh, great.
You know how
I'm so sorry. I don't try to be like this, man.
It's fine. We're yin and yang.
Yeah,
that's
good point. Good point.
So you know the saying, "Kill 2 birds with 1 stone." I think
Yes.
masturbating is 2 stones with 1 bird.
Right?
Right? That's pretty good, right?
No, I like that one.
Okay,
No, I like that
okay.
one. That was good.
Good.
That was good. I'm gonna use that shit, dude.
I was at work thinking about jacking off. That's what I came up with.
You ever jacked off at work?
No, but I was thinking about it.
Okay.
I've jacked off in some weird places. I've had sex in some weird places too.
What's the weirdest place you've ever had sex?
In an unfinished building, like that was being built, and in the bathroom, and the walls weren't even up yet in the bathroom. It was still like the 2x4s, no drywall. You could see right through, but the bathroom was the back corner of the building, so it was like the least visible spot in the whole place. So yeah, we just went back there and did that.
Nice.
Had
Now,
sex in the woods a bunch of times.
oh, I've done that. But I don't really think that's weird. I think that's just you being a teenager.
Yeah, that's true.
And not having like a room and a bed to do anything. So you just go
Yeah.
out into the fucking woods.
How close to like businesses have you been in the woods, but still like close enough to a road that it's sketchy?
Oh, I mean like almost in somebody's backyard.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like if you were to
exactly
walk, if you were to walk
yeah.
far enough into your backyard, you'd be like, "Are y'all fucking?"
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so Crystal used to, she's gonna, once again, she's gonna hate me for this. I can't fucking help myself. I don't know what, she's the
Your
only,
wife is gonna divorce you because of this podcast.
she's the only good stories I have. So she used to work at D.H. Wu in Pickerington, and you know that strip on Toosing where there's like the bridge that goes over the shit creek where they have the poo processing plant.
Yeah.
Yeah, we used to do it right there. Like there's Toosing, there's the creek, there's us fucking in the woods. And
Nice.
somebody's backyard is right there in Park Place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. Oh, you know where Havencroft ends at? Where it like dead ends? Like if you go,
Havencroft?
yeah, it's on Hines. If you go like all the way down.
Oh, yeah.
If you go like all the way down Havencroft, it like dead ends.
Yeah.
And then if you go straight across there, the road starts again.
Yeah.
They're like building back there and shit now. Right, like right there.
Mm-hmm.
Like right where it dead ends, like right there. I actually used to have a friend that lived like his house was right there on the end.
Right.
That was when we got got caught out past curfew with 3 of my buddies, and the cop put on a fucking wolf mask.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Okay.
That's terrifying.
Well, my friend had so backstory.
There better be some backstory to
we
this.
had run all the way around the neighborhood, had been like on top of gas stations, like had been fucking around. We were smoking weed, whatever, being dumb. So we were on our way back, and I was like, hey, let's walk down the old street I used to live on. And then I know that we can take that all the way back, and then we can cut across the forest and get back to the house. Because his house was literally right there where the road dead ends. So, like, all you had to do was just cut across this little, like, opening, kind of. But there was a little bit of greenery on the side of it. So we're, like, walking down, and I see kind of these yellow lights. And I, like, look up, and we all stop. And then they're like, oh, that's a cop. And I'm like, nah, you guys, it's just a taxi. Like, let's keep moving. And sure enough, it was a fucking cop. They turned around, and then literally the moment that they, like, went past us, they stopped and got out. And we're like, hey, come here. Come here. We were fucked, dude. So fucked. So he called. There's 2 cops, and one of them calls me over, and one of them calls my other buddy over, which was probably the 2 best people that he could have called, because the other 2 would have not. They wouldn't have made it. They just how they would have acted with the cops, it would have been sketchy.
Yeah.
Me and the other dude were like cool. We were calm, collective, like whatever. So he's like, the one cop is like asking me questions, where we're going, what's going on, what were we doing. Like we told him straight up. We were like, we snuck out, you know, we've been running around, but we're literally on our way home right now. Like we're walking home. And he like opens my bag to look in there, and I have weed in my back right pocket, and then a bowl in my back left pocket.
Yeah.
And then in my bag, I have like shisha for like hookah. And so I was worried that if like he found the shisha, he would be like, you know, let me search you or whatever. He opens my bag and kind of looks into it, and then he hears his buddy go like, hey, and he looks up, and I look up with him, and the other cop has a wolf mask on.
Oh, shit.
And is like,
Why?
what up? My buddy that the other cop called over had put the wolf mask in his bag. And when we were going to walk through the wooded part, he was going to pull it out and kind of run away from us. Like, he was going to, like, kind of just dip off on his own and then put it on and then jump out and scare us.
Yeah.
but he had never gotten to that point.
Classic move.
Yeah. But the cop had the fucking wolf mask on. So we all, like, you know, start laughing or whatever. And then we find out that our friend even had the wolf mask. We had no idea the whole time. We all look over, and this cop has a wolf mask on. We're like, what the fuck is going on? So they're joking around, and
Wolf
they're like, we should, they're like, all right, you guys, you know, they're like, should we just let him go home? One cop's like, yeah, we should. And then the one cop was like, you know what? Nah, we'll take you guys home. So they pile all 4 of us into the back of one cop car. Mind you, I still have the bowl and the weed in my back pocket. They never searched us.
On those hard-ass seats in the back,
Oh,
too.
yeah. Oh, yeah. And I'm, like, sitting directly on it, man. Luckily, I had the window seat, though. And, like, I'm looking over at my buddies, like, looking at the cop, looking at my dudes. And they're all just like, just shut the fuck up. Just, like, don't talk. Just shut up. I'm like, dude, if they smell this shit, I'm fucked.
Yeah.
So fucked. We're, like, driving by, like, Park Place, you know, like we were on, because they went back out to Tusing, and they were going to go up to Hines and then go up that way. And they're, like, driving by, and the one cop is like, oh, I remember when all this was just cornfields. And I literally just wanted to be like, shut the fuck up. Please, I don't care about your old memories right now. I'm going to be in trouble, all right? That's all I was thinking about. And then also, like, I've got this weed in my back pocket, so, like, can you please just shut the fuck up and just just get me home, please?
Yeah.
I told my mom about it, and it was one of those times where I told my mom, and she was like, well, since you told me, like, it's okay, but, you know that that's wrong. You shouldn't be doing that.
I've got, like, sweat, not just from the room being hot, but, like, you telling me that story just brings me back to so many times where I've had situations where, like, the anxiety of just hearing you tell that story is fucking me up, man. Like, dude, that sounds terrifying.
I wasn't that scared once we got into the car and we're on our way back. Because I knew that if anything, they were going to search me before we got into the car. So, like, once we got in the car, I knew I was cool. We got back to...
The cop car's like, safe.
Yeah. So we get back to the house, and, like, his brother's room is in the front and his mom's room's in the back. So, like, he knocks on the door and his brother's still up. And so he, like, sticks his head out the window, and the cop's like, go get your mom. And he's like, Noah, you fucked up. So...
That's hilarious.
The dude's house we went to, his name was Noah. So...
What's up, Noah?
His mom comes out, and she's a fucking bodybuilder, dude. I mean, like, when she walks, it's, like, out like this, you know? Like, she's fucking built. She's got all these fucking trophies and shit for it. Like, she's a legit bodybuilder. Scared. I was more scared of her than I was of the cop.
Tank of
I
woman.
was almost going to be like, yo, can you just take me home? Like, I'd rather deal with my mom than, like, his mom. Knowing that she wasn't going to put her hands on me, you know, I'm not her kid, whatever. But she was pissed as fuck. So she tells us all to go down to the basement and just go to bed, and she'll, like, deal with it in the morning. And we get down to the basement, and I was like, so, you guys want to smoke a bowl? Noah was pissed.
You're like, what? I'm just trying to de-stress.
Dude, I was like, we already made it back. We're already in trouble. Like, why not just smoke a fucking bowl, dude?
If you're gonna go all the way, you might as well go all the fucking way. Yeah. That's awesome. That's a good story, man.
Moral of the story: keep a wolf mask in your bag just in case.
It get distracted the cops.
Yeah,
Perfect timing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That was crazy. Absolutely crazy.
Yeah. Speaking of stories.
Oh, is this on your list?
Yeah, this is my next note, actually.
Nice.
I've got a good story about Crystal once again.
That poor woman.
I know. One day this is all gonna get out and it's gonna be bad, but whatever.
Hopefully by then she's like over it. She's like, oh, that happened like 15 years ago.
Yeah. Like I said, she doesn't really listen. She just she hears what I show her. So it's all just keep it secret from her.
Just don't show her this part.
Nobody tell her.
Yeah.
Do you ever do things that are like clearly bad for your health with your partner, or just things that you know that you guys shouldn't be doing, but you do it anyway because it's kind of a bonding thing?
Like you and your wife, like banging your guys' heads together.
Oh yeah, I've already told you about this.
Yeah,
okay, yeah.
Yeah, you fucking crazy ass motherfuckers.
I wrote this down because I thought that I hadn't brought this up to you before, but
this was like one of the. I'm pretty sure This might have been one on one of the earlier episodes that we didn't release.
Okay.
Because the audio was all fucked up.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure you told this story. We might have been a little drunk too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember you telling me that like you guys started out all soft and it was just kind of like a little nudge or whatever.
Yeah, we were bumping heads a little bit.
Which is cute. I
Yeah.
get it. Yeah. After I'd heard this story and I told Honesty about it, she like kind of nudged me in the head. I was like, don't you even fucking start this shit with me. I will knock your ass out. I'm not playing. Like, I will headbutt the fucking shit out of you. Don't start with me.
Right. No, so listeners know what we're talking about since this is an unreleased episode that we talked about it on. My wife and I, like you said, it started out just nuzzling heads a little bit, and that's we're both of the personality that we're very strong-willed and we want to be right
And very hard-headed.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Neither of us wants to lose is what's going on. So it starts out as like a little poke and a nudge with your head, and then they nuzzle a little harder back, and then that escalated over a period of a few weeks and turned into months, and then almost a year and a half we were doing this, maybe 2 years, where I would bump her head, she'd bump me back harder, and then it'd turn into like a full-on, we're trying to knock each other out. Like, I'd smack my head as hard as I could into hers, and we'd both be like, ow, fuck! And then we're both like, all right, we're done. But you could feel the tension next to you. Like, I'd be laying in bed, and I could feel like it building up in her next to me. And then I'm like, don't you fucking do it. And then 5 minutes later, out of nowhere, whack! Like, and then I'd be like, fuck, ow! And then she's like, that's it, no more. I'm like, no, we said no more before. Now I gotta get you again. So,
just slobbered on myself.
So it got to the point where we almost hated each other for it. Like, it was one of those things where we just couldn't stop. So the reason it ended was we were at Christmas at my dad's. We do Christmas at my dad's every year. We do it kind of late because I've got a very split family, and so does Crystal. Your face. Austin's trying to control himself. It's awesome. So we're sitting at Christmas. We do it every year. We do it late just because the families and everything. We've got my grandma over there. It's my stepmom who works in the medical field. She's a radiologist. So she sees like scans of people's broken bones and brains and shit all the time.
Yeah, my aunt was a radiologist, and that's why I couldn't have a fucking trampoline when I was younger. And now guess whose fucking cousins have a trampoline in their backyard?
Of course.
Right fucking now.
Yeah.
Fucking bullshit. Whatever. Anyways.
So she's all about safety and like taking care of your health and stuff like that. So
that's why I never had a dirt bike either.
we're sitting.
Thanks, aunt.
Thanks. Thanks, Obama. Almost got a spit take there. That was awesome. So
I really did not want to spit this out.
we're opening presents and shit. Crystal's sitting next to me. Stepmom's across from us, sitting in a chair by the tree. Everything's beautiful. It's Christmas. It's not Christmas morning, but it feels like it because we're having our Christmas.
Yeah.
And Crystal bumps my head a little bit, just lovingly. And then I bump it back a little harder.
And so it begins.
Exactly. And it gets to the third bump where Crystal kind of like actually smacks into my head, like a good little whip of the neck. And you hear like the cool. My stepmom goes, "What the fuck are you two doing?" Like she caught on immediately.
As she should.
Yeah. And so we had to like stop and kind of laugh for a minute and then like explain. And then as we're explaining, we're like, "Oh, this is really
This sounds
dumb.
really bad.
Yeah.
This is domestic violence 101 right here.
This sounds insane to any.
This is why you guys got the cops called on you the first time.
Exactly. Like no normal person does that shit. There's something wrong with us.
No, I don't physically abuse my wife. I just verbally abuse her.
I don't beat her. I just make her feel like shit.
All the time.
um,
Seriously, though, I'm an asshole to my wife.
yeah, I know. I've seen it.
She knows I love her, though.
How cool is it being able to say your wife now, too? By
Oh,
the
dude,
way?
it's fucking amazing, man.
Yeah.
I say it all the time. Any chance I get, I'll say it. Just for
Yeah.
shits. I feel like I get like a year of that. I get the year of being like, I'm gonna say my wife just because I can.
wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But After we have our first year anniversary, then after that it's like
This piece of shit that I'm married to.
my old lady.
Yeah, exactly.
I guess I can call her that now too because we're about to have a kid too, so it really can't. I'm never gonna call her my baby mama though.
No, but you can call her mama or moms. I call
Yeah.
Crystal moms all the time.
Just so people know, I think like baby mama or baby dad is negative.
Yeah, it doesn't sound good.
It just sounds like negative. It sounds like you all aren't together, and that's your baby mom.
Yeah.
Like that's your baby daddy. You're like, that's my baby daddy.
That's my DNA donor.
But if you're like, oh, that's the father of my child, that sounds way much better.
Yeah.
Like then that, and it also makes it seem like I'm not a father to my child. That's the baby's daddy. That just happens to be the baby's father.
It's not very respectful to say baby daddy.
No, I don't. To me, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I would much rather be referred to as like some. I remember somebody said that to me, and I was like, we talked about this
Yeah.
on the podcast. I don't remember if it was a released episode or not. I don't think so.
I don't remember. I don't think so either.
I don't think so. It was my wife's sister's birthday, and it was her stepdad's her sister's real dad, not her mom's husband. So her other stepdad, his girlfriend was
Yeah.
the one who said it. But it was nicely turned around, and I said, I would rather be called the father of the child or something. I don't like the term baby daddy. And of course she understood, and it was respectful and everything. There was no hate or anything towards it. There was no bad feelings or anything like that afterwards. Like it was perfectly fine.
Yeah.
So moving on.
Right. So do you want to hear how the headbutt thing kind of resolved itself?
Yes.
Okay. So once my stepmom berated us and told us how dumb that was and how we're like killing brain cells by giving ourselves concussions
For
constantly.
like 2 years.
Yeah. So we were like, oh yeah, you're probably right. So we basically had to like wean ourselves off of it and transfer it into a different thing. So we went from playing this fucked up like Saw style torture game with each other where it's like, do you want to play a game? And start smacking heads to see who gives up first.
You can leave this room, but you have to kill me first.
Exactly, yeah. It almost got to that point. So, because neither of us want to lose. So what we ended up...
That would be a crazy court case.
I know. Well, someone would have to plead insanity. Like,
well, whoever didn't die.
You can't explain it in any normal way that sounds okay.
No,
Like,
it still doesn't sound okay.
I'm
now.
worried about releasing this to people. Anyway, so we slowly over time transferred that into a thumb war instead. Your battery's just flying out over there, dude. What the fuck?
The latch is broken.
So even as recently as last night, as we're laying in bed and she's drifting off to sleep, she just kind of reaches her hand slowly over in bed and to like hold my hand, but then she locks the fingers, where you got the interlocking fingers with my hands, and suddenly it's like, fuck, we gotta do this. So instead of the headbutt thing, it's now become, if I grab your hand like that, we're having a thumb war, and somebody's gonna lose. And that's what we do now.
Is just have a thumb war?
We have a thumb war.
Okay, I can agree with that.
She's a fucking cheater, though. She has a biological advantage over me.
How so?
Her thumb is double jointed, so like my thumb is almost straight up. I mean, there's a little curve in it. Her thumb bends back like that. So you have to like long arm reach with more than yours. More than yours.
More than mine.
So I have to like fight to reach her thumb.
She has a hitchhiker's thumb.
Yeah, I can't get my thumb behind it to pull it down. So she almost always wins, and I want to fucking headbutt her. I want to squeeze her hand as hard as I can and pull her into my head.
That's exactly what I was picturing too, dude. You just getting pissed and like pulling her in with the hand that you already have and just headbutting the shit out of her.
It takes everything in me to fight that urge. But that's what we do now, and it's a lot safer and better for our fucking health.
I think this just shows how much love is between you and your wife, though. That like you guys have like. You guys are competitive.
Love.
I think it's love because you guys do it out of love. You don't do this out of like there's the competitiveness to it, but it's because you guys love each other. It's
Yeah.
not that it's just like y'all are competitive and you hate each other. It's because you love each other that you do this competitive shit.
Yeah, it's definitely not like she's my arch enemy or anything like that. It's more like you're the only person I could ever do this with. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah, that's why I say all the fucked up shit I say to my wife. Because
She
she
can get away with it.
She knows that like I love her and I'm not serious. I'm really just messing around with her.
Yeah.
Dude, anytime she asks me for something, it's just like second nature for me to just tell her no.
Yeah.
As I'm getting up to go do whatever it is she asked me to do. There are some times where I say no and I'm like, no, seriously, you can go up and get your own fucking bottle of water. Like, I've done it 15 times for you today. You can do it this one time.
Right.
But, yeah. I should probably cut back a little bit. Be a little nicer to her. But she's an asshole to me. See, no.
Yeah, I've seen it come from both sides.
No, yeah. See, I'm trying to like come off as a nice person and a good husband here. But no, fuck that. She is an asshole to me sometimes, all right?
Yeah.
And she deserves it, okay? She fucking deserves it. And she knows it too. If you ask her, she knows she deserves it. She's like, yeah, sometimes I'm an asshole to him too. And it's over dumb shit too.
Yeah.
Like, God.
I mean, I see what you're saying though, because I see those moments happening between you, and I think the same thing. I'm like, oh, that's a real relationship. Like that's what it should be.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna have those little quirks and moments in your relationship if you're doing things right. So yeah, I totally agree with you.
I fucking love it.
Yeah, it's fun, dude.
I'm an asshole in general, so
Yeah.
now I just get to practice my form on her.
Fuck
Find out what works or not. Like if she really like slumps down in her chair and like gets a little sad face, I know I did good.
yeah. Makes you feel better about yourself. You're like, oh yeah, give me all that.
Yeah. I like the taste of your depression.
Let me give you a different lighter. Sorry. I just realized that I'm giving you that shitty clicker lighter. There you go, sir.
Moo. Hey, the Moo
Um,
lighter made it to the next episode.
I've got a bunch of Moo lighters, but I think that's the same one.
Oh, well.
There's a UDF right across from where I live.
Fuck
so.
this Moo lighter then.
I was trying to figure out what we should call our listeners. It's my next note.
Ooh.
I came up with balloons, but I don't think people will like that.
No.
I was trying to think of things that go in the sky.
I mean, we could call them like basement dwellers, but
That's kind of fucked up too.
that kind of seems derogatory.
Yeah.
You know, so the last episode, the astrology for alcoholics, I didn't realize when we were doing the voices and I was like, oh, those chocolate people are not good. I didn't get the fucking correlation until I went back and listened to it, and then it hit me why you said what you said.
Yeah.
And got so upset, and I was like, oh fuck, man, I totally could have played off of that. That would have been perfect.
Alex Jones is totally
And-
racist,
and-
by the way. Like, no defending him there.
So was the old lady.
Yeah.
So was the old lady.
I didn't notice that
She's stuck
you-
in her ways.
In the moment while we were recording, I didn't get that you didn't catch that either. And it wasn't until I was editing it back, I was like, oh, he totally missed that. And I just kept
totally
going with
missed
it.
it.
Yeah.
Totally missed it.
Yeah.
Ah, I'm pissed.
It's okay, dude. When I go back and edit episodes, I catch shit like that all the time where like I wish I could remember what it was, but I said something completely backwards the other in one of the episodes. Where,
Oh,
like,
it was about the made in the USA stickers are made in China.
well, no, I did that on purpose. That
Oh,
was
okay.
a joke. But it was
Fuck,
one of
I
those
thought I had it
moments
right.
where like you just switch the two nouns that you have in a sentence and so that they go the other way and it whatever. So, I'm sure people caught it, but I don't care. It's too late.
Did you catch your error in the description for astrology for alcoholics?
Yeah, I did.
I was fucking pissed, man. I
I-
went and read through it, and as soon as I saw it, I almost threw my phone out of anger that I felt like from you for just
Yeah.
like having that.
That shit pisses me off so much. When I typos in
You
episode
gotta read
descriptions.
it.
I do.
Read it back.
I do.
Whoa,
I'm usually
send it to
drunk
me.
when I'm editing.
Send it to me. Send it to me first.
Okay. There's only been one episode description that we've put out so far that has no typos. Let's turn that into the game. It's if somebody can find the episode that has no typos in the description and you post that on our Instagram page, I will draw you something. Why not?
Ooh.
Whatever you want.
Ooh.
But yeah, every other episode description has some typo in it. There was one where I put the back to back just because it was like sentence ended on that line and then picked up on the next line. Yeah. There's a few where it's just
Shenanigans.
dumb mistakes.
Fucking shenanigans. That's all it is, man. It's fucking shenanigans.
It's whatever though.
No, I loved it.
What else?
Hold on. I do want to talk about something real quick.
Okay.
I don't know if you. I feel that you might agree with me on this, but I'm not fully sure. I'm like 98% sure that you will agree with me on this. That all of this shit that's happening with like women's rights and shit like that is just. It's horrible that it's happening, but I think that it's because they're trying to hide shit from us. They're trying to spark controversy between. They're trying to get us against each other. Whether it's they keep trying to do that, man. Like governments just keep trying to get us to fight against each other. Whether it be the whites against the blacks or any other race or men against women. Like now they're realizing that they can't use race, and now they're getting into the whole gender.
Yeah.
Of the males against females, and it's. I hate it. I hate it so much. It physically pains me to even hear whether some of these laws are like real or not. I don't know. I haven't done my research, but from the shit that I see, it just pisses me off every time I see shit.
Yeah.
Like even one of the laws, I think it was in like Arkansas. They're like trying to ban you from covering up scars with tattoos.
Yeah.
What the fuck is this stupid ass shit? And then you got Denver over here fucking legalizing mushrooms.
Yeah. The exact opposite end of the spectrum. I'm kind of glad you brought this up because this is actually my last note.
Is it really?
Yeah, this is the one actual topic I had.
Fuck yes. Awesome. So what have you seen that you're like,
well, the Alabama law that got
Thank
passed
you.
recently is one of the most egregious, where they're sentencing doctors and it was like up to 99 years for performing abortions, which a lot of
that's
people
a
don't
life
realize.
sentence.
Yeah, exactly. And the heartbeat bills that have been passed recently, they're calling them heartbeat bills because it sounds kind of cutesy. But really, most women don't know they're pregnant up to that point.
Nope.
You can also have a late period, which is incredibly common, up to that amount of time. Like that happens all the Crystal has late periods all the time.
Yeah.
Especially if you're on birth control. It fucks up your whole cycle.
Yeah.
So you could or couldn't be pregnant and not even know it. So they're banning abortions with what they're calling a heartbeat, which technically isn't true either because it's an electrical impulse in a bundle of cells, not a technical heartbeat. The full heart hasn't even been formed yet. So they're calling that electrical impulse a heartbeat, which is a total misnomer to begin with. And then the other thing is that they're banning Planned Parenthoods, which 90% of what they do is preventing pregnancy and educating people on pregnancy and helping people after they're pregnant. So they don't just do abortions, and by banning Planned Parenthood, you're fucking people over.
Yeah. And okay, so with the birth control, women use that for more than just not trying to get pregnant. Like there can be women out there that are not sexually active at all that take birth control because it helps them out with their period and like their irregularity with their periods and stuff. Like, and they use it for other things other than just not trying to have a child. Like they can take the birth control to help them out with other things. It makes no logical sense to me that this is even a thing. That this is even something that has, like, now in 2019, we're taking like 15 steps back. Like now you're trying to ban all of this. It makes no sense to me.
Yeah. Well, we talked about abortion in I think it was our first episode.
Yeah. We solved it.
We did. We solved abortion and women's rights, racism. We solved all that shit. But we already kind of covered, like, obviously abortion isn't a great, like, nobody wants an abortion, like, for fun. And the right and conservatives are painting it as though that people are trying to get 2-for-1 abortions, you know, like it's fucking candy.
Like I went to Walmart and got the special.
Yeah, the reason people have abortions is because they're in a bad situation, and if you want to make women's lives better and babies' lives better and just a better society in general, they need to be safe and legal and rare, and you do that by educating people and allowing abortions. But to your main point, I really liked what you were saying, where they're trying to just get us at each other's throats, the left and the right. They're trying to divide the country. I think that's what's been going on for the past 20 years at the least. And I think a lot of it's driven by China and a lot of it's driven by Russia. And it ties into Trump being elected, ties into the Russia investigation and all the stuff that's come out from the Mueller report with that. I think they didn't care who got elected, whether it be
No.
Hillary or Trump. The whole point was just to divide people on that point.
See, this is another reason why I feel that the whole presidency and our government being like I understand that there should be two separate sides, but it shouldn't be that we are fighting against each other. And that's how they make it seem. Like there should be no putting down of other people, regardless of what they've done. Like you shouldn't have to like call other people out and like make them seem like these horrible people for your ideas to be that something that's good.
Yeah.
Your ideas should be so good. Your ideas should be like so for the people and for the betterment of humanity that everybody wants to follow that if you're a politician.
Oh, there's good people on both sides, Austin. That's the shit that Trump literally said after the Charlottesville thing happened, where the woman got ran over by the white nationalist.
Yeah.
That's the issue with our mainstream media nowadays, is the both sidesism, even down to like climate change, which we've talked about extensively before too on 2 different episodes. The problem with presenting it as a centrist is, which was a lot of media is trying to do, is give the validity to both sides, is that one side is more valid than the other, and by presenting it that way, you're giving people this binary choice.
Yeah.
Where they can play teams rather than facts.
Yeah. And we shouldn't be playing teams. We're all on one team.
Yeah.
We're all about each other. And see, that's the issue. And that's why I feel like all this other shit is happening behind the scenes that we don't even know about, because they're passing all these stupid ass laws that are blinding us from the real shit that they're doing behind the scenes.
Yeah. So do you know what the motive behind most of those bills actually is? Like, even an Alabama senator came out and pretty much directly said what the point of it all was.
No.
They're trying to get, because a lot of these are going to be overturned by state courts. So a lot of these bills are constitutionally, what's the word I'm looking for? Doesn't matter. Anyway, my point is that a lot of the courts in the states aren't going to allow this. So they're going to pass it. Like, there was one that got delayed by a day because the mayor wasn't going to sign the bill, but then they ended up signing it the next day. The point is to get this up to the Supreme Court. So they're going to get overturned in state courts, and eventually the cases are going to make it all the way to the Supreme Court. And if you've been following the administration the past couple of years, they've been stacking the Supreme Court with more and more conservative judges. So we've got Kavanaugh, which I think back when we decided to start doing this, we talked about how Kavanaugh has come out previously and said that he wants to take away certain reproductive rights and he wants to reverse Roe v. Wade. We were talking about it with honesty.
Oh my fucking God.
So that guy, after the Senate hearings with Christine Blasey Ford, the woman who was accusing him of raping her in college, all that happened, he still gets appointed to the Supreme Court. So now that guy's there. And then we have, I think his first name's Neil Gorsuch, who's another conservative guy on the Supreme Court who got put in there in the past couple of years. And he also kind of leans on that side of overturning Roe v. Wade. So if these laws make it up to the Supreme Court, there's a potential that Roe v. Wade could be overturned. And that's federal ban on abortion at that point, rather than just statewide.
Oh my God.
So yeah, it is all kind of like a controversy cover for these background moves that are being made, with the end goal being removing these rights to piss people off even more. It's going to divide left and right even further.
This doesn't make any sense to me though, because when I talk to so many people, we have so many people around us that I feel that agree with us. that have the same views, that are like, why is this even a thing? Why are we even like talking about this, you know? And so that makes me wonder, when I say that I feel that I don't have a voice in our country, this is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
This is something that seems so simple to me. That why are you just, it's literally, it's the same as telling somebody they can't get a tattoo. It's not the same, but it is, because it's just so fucking stupid.
Yeah.
How can you tell me that I can't put something on my own fucking body? How are you telling me that I can't do something with my own body?
It's like smoking weed.
Dude, who are you to tell me whether I can and cannot do that? That's
Right.
why also with all the drugs and shit like that, why? If I understand that it's a problem, but the fact that you make it illegal just makes it even worse. And then you're not giving people chances to rehabilitate themselves, to get away from those things. You're throwing them back into the system is all you're doing. You throw them in jail, they can get them drugs in jail. If
Yeah.
they really want them, they can get them in jail.
I think there's going to be some people who disagree with me on this, but the way I kind of see it and the way I've kind of come into making sense of all this in the past few years, as I get more and more mature and older and get a better handle on what's going on in the world, I think, I mean, nothing's ever a binary choice, but I think there are essentially two different kinds of people in the world, and we're one type where we kind of believe in the individual. Like, my rights are insurmountable. You can't take my rights away from me. That's what we believe. And anything that violates that is fucking stupid to us. Like, why? And then there's the other set of people that are all in on the game. Like, they're playing to win. And they'll give up certain amounts of individual freedom to be ahead in the game.
So what are they getting ahead of with banning abortions? What is the end game with this?
Well, so within those two different groups of people, there's subgroups. So you've got the religious right,
Yeah.
who think that they're doing right by God. And there's this righteousness to what they believe they're doing. They think they're doing the right thing. You can't really blame them for that because it's their faith. I mean, it's wrong. It's clearly idiotic, but it's what they believe. So it's hard to take that away from them. Because it's just so built into culture at this point.
Okay, but that is the whole point of the separation between church and state.
Some people are trying to remove that, and that's part of the people playing the game.
No.
They want more power, and that's how you win. So,
But then that takes away our freedom. That takes away my freedom. The whole point of the United States of America is that we are free and have our own way of.
it takes away a certain group of people's freedoms away, but if you're at the top, you don't give a shit, right? Let's say the religious right, the conservative right, own the country in 10 years. Then they've got all these draconian laws on what you can and can't do with your body. They won at that point. They've got all the money. They're at the top. They're making the laws. I don't think they care.
Well, duh, they don't care.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a fucking given. If they actually gave a shit, this wouldn't even be a thing. But what can we do to fight against this? Or where is it gonna go? Is it gonna become a point where they're like, okay, well, if you agree with this point of view, you need to go live on this side of the country, and if you live, and then vice versa.
The problem with that is there's people who believe in that type of shit too. I mean, there's sects of white nationalists who believe that, like, I don't necessarily want black people to die. I just want them to leave the country and we can have America for whites. They can go do whatever they want. I don't care what they do. They can have all the rights that they want over somewhere else. We just want this to be white people land. There's people who believe that type of shit.
That seems so ignorant to me.
Oh, it's incredibly
That is-
ignorant.
That is
Yeah.
the most ignorant thing that I've ever, like.
Diversity is clearly a good thing, motherfuckers.
Oh, I just got a cramp in my hammy, dude. Oh shit. Woo!
That was good timing.
Oh my god.
You had like this disgusted look on your face about the idea, and then like your body reacted to it too.
It did, dude. It was like no.
Oh shit.
So while we're talking about the women's rights thing, I want to give a shout out to one of my Facebook friends, Kenny. I don't know if you listen to this or not.
Sup, Kenny?
He put on his Facebook, "You're in a burning building. On one side of the building is a little kid that needs saved, and on the other side is a big canister or tank holding millions of embryos. You only have enough time to save one. Which one are you saving? I said that depends on if the embryos are 6 weeks old or not.
Yeah, that it's a good response because it points out the arbitrary line that people are making in the science of how humans are formed in the body. So people are drawing this line at 6 weeks, and that's not exactly the case for every child. And also, I already explained how the heartbeat thing works. It's not an actual heartbeat.
When you find out later on in your pregnancy, well after 6 weeks, that your child is not going to make it and it's going to be a stillborn, and you have to take it to term. You have to. You can't get rid of it at that point.
In some states, you'll face punishment for removing it from your body.
You have to have the child. You have to watch it come out of you dead, full well knowing. And then you have to tell everybody. It's just and that's something that I can see devil's advocate here. I can see how it becomes kind of normal at that point.
Yeah.
And it should kind of be a normal thing where it's not a normal thing, but it's not something that you look down on somebody because that happened, and I hope that it doesn't get to that point either.
No, it's a side effect of our biology. Something went wrong.
And that can happen, and then the next pregnancy that you have goes perfectly fine. But this is my point. Every pregnancy is different. Every pregnancy has its challenges and has its differences. Every child is born differently and has their own sort of DNA and shit. That makes no sense to me that you're taking that away from me, that choice for me. Shit happens. You're telling me that every single one of these people that are voting for this shit have never had to have an abortion before, or their wife has never had to have an abortion before? You got me fucked up. There's too many people out there that are supporting this that hasn't happened to.
Yeah.
And if you're supporting that and that shit has happened to, you are a fucked up human being.
Yeah. The Pew Research Center does polling data on this type of stuff, and with all the recent bills passing in these different states, I think it's like 5 or 6 states now passed these crazy draconian bills on abortion. Only about 17% of Americans support heartbeat style bills, and it's even less when you start adding all these other things that they're putting in the bills, like prosecuting doctors, prosecuting the mothers, jail time for the mothers, jail time for the doctors, and then also there was no exception for incest and rape. So there's no exceptions anymore. Like, incest is going to cause a lot of damage to the child genetically. But I mean, there's a high probability of that. And we've talked about antinatalism before, like the reduction of suffering and whether or not it's worth living a life. You're going to have a baby that's genes are messed up from incest or rape and incest. Like, that's a different level of suffering that child's going to have to go through, depending on the case.
Okay, I mean, we can talk about the child too, but let's talk about the mother.
I mean, yeah,
Like
there's so many levels of
what
this.
she's got to go through also with having to have the child of her rapist.
The psychology of that would ruin a person. I can't imagine.
I mean, they would have to be a really strong person, or else I can tell you right now, suicide rates are going to go up.
Yeah.
And I hate to say it. That physically pains me to say that, but that's the reality of what they're doing.
I honestly didn't even think about that. There's going to be pregnant mothers who choose to just end their own life.
Their own life, because they know that it's either do that or spend your life in jail, or they're going to try and get an abortion that's not a safe way to do it.
Illegal abortions.
And they're going to end up killing themselves that way. They're taking a 50-50 chance anyways.
Yeah.
You're doing an unsafe abortion, so either you're going to die or everything's going to go fine and you can move on with your life. But then you still also face prison time if anybody ever finds out about it.
Yeah.
I mean, that shit just fucking blows my mind. I don't understand how you can be so insensitive.
I mean, it's clear that outlawing things and then when they end up in a black market, that it's not good for society. We've seen that with the drug war. So if you're conservative and you've been listening to us this far and you've somehow not turned us off at this point,
yeah, for real.
please realize that you're creating a black market for what you think is the absolute most evil thing in the world.
Okay, let's think about this in the most simplest way ever. Prohibition.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say right there.
That didn't work. We reversed it. People drink alcohol. We're drinking alcohol right now.
Literally. Speaking of which,
Oh, you want another one?
yeah.
Did you like that?
Yes and no. I don't really like it, but I've acquired kind of a taste for it. So,
It's we're drinking Brewdog Elvis juice if anyone's curious.
sorry
It's,
to completely go off subject here.
Oh, no worries. We'll get back to it. I've got a lot to say on
Yeah,
this.
me
But
too.
it's a grapefruit infused IPA with natural citrus. All right.
I'm not a big IPA person. It's actually not too bad.
I absolutely love IPAs. I go like the full spectrum hard IPA. Like my favorite's Arrogant Bastard, which if anybody's ever drank that, Crystal says it tastes like earwax.
I'm an Angry Orchard person. So.
Yeah. So this is kind of in the middle of those.
Yeah, it's not too bad. I like it.
Anyway, back to abortion. I have 2 podcasts that I want to direct people to, because I don't mind if you guys want to go listen to these instead of listening to us. I think it's super important. Your question on like what can we do?
Yeah.
Like, the best thing we can do is be informed. Like we need to be telling people about this shit and why it's dumb. So
also, all the men out there that are support, women having their rights. Be loud. Be as loud as you can. Seriously.
did you see the Alyssa Milano shit where she got on Twitter and was saying like women should withhold sex from men until they get their reproductive rights back?
I mean, yeah.
That shit was dumb.
I mean, I feel it, but yeah.
I get
she's got
where
a
she's
point.
coming from.
She's got a point. Is it the right one? Not necessarily, but she's got a point.
Who agrees with her and is dating someone, they're probably dating somebody who agrees with them already, right? Like you're gonna withhold sex from a man who agrees with you. Like you're not really helping anybody at that point.
Yeah,
Nobody
I feel
who
it.
disagrees with you is gonna do that.
I guess it's only if you're single.
Yeah.
That's if you're single, you're like, I'm not just gonna go out. But if you're with somebody, at
her
that
heart's
point,
in the right place.
No, it's like I said, she's got a point, but it's not necessarily the right point. I see where she's going with it. That was like the ladies not deciding not to have kids.
Yeah, for climate change.
And for climate change.
Yeah.
Like you got a good point, but you're going about it the wrong way.
You're
That's
not gonna get the movement you want.
No, it's not. No, nobody. It's not gonna catch on because people are gonna go the same route. Like, why would my wife, tell me that me and her can't have sex when I'm literally talking about women's rights on a podcast?
Yeah.
And trying to get it out there that we're heading in the wrong direction here.
Uh-huh.
The way wrong direction.
Yeah, so not the right way to go about it. Like I said, what we need is for people to be informed on this type of thing. So
yeah, the 2 podcasts.
If you disagree with me and you're still listening, I would recommend that you go find somebody more professional, that's more in the center, that's more logical, because we're just a couple of guys sitting in an attic right now. Like, so here's the, shit, I lost it. The first podcast that ties back into the Russia thing. I think I'm going to come back to abortion here in a second, but your original point with like governments dividing people to cause tension between the different sides.
Yes.
There is a podcast on the How Stuff Works network, which actually I think they got bought by iHeartMedia, the iHeartRadio app.
Yeah.
So if you have that, you can listen on there, whatever fucking podcast you want. But there's one of their shows is called Stuff They Don't Want You to Know, which is kind of their conspiracy-minded show.
Yeah, I've followed that. I listen to that now and again.
Those guys are really professional, really good at their jobs.
They really are.
They're journalists.
I love listening to them.
Yeah, and they're very even-keeled on their takes. Like, they're not leaning too heavily to the left or the right.
No, they spit the facts.
Exactly. So they have an episode called Does Russia Have a New Rasputin? Which I don't want to get into who Rasputin was. Just listen to the episode. There's a guy called Alexander Dugin. He's the author of Foundations of Geopolitics. And basically for the past 20 years, he's the Alex Jones of Russia, essentially. And for the past 20 years, he's been writing these books that they have all this weird like mythology and like symbolism in them. But he recently wrote one that takes out all that shit and basically lays out Russia's long game for taking over the entire world. And exactly what happened in the 2016 election is what's written in that book. Destabilizing America. Getting in between the left and the right. Playing all sides of controversial issues. So anti-racism, racism. Russia is involved in both of those things because they're trying to push both sides to be more and more angry. This is all laid out in this guy's book as a way for Russia to gain global control, kind of like a chess game.
It makes sense. Like they know that they can't fight against us. So what they're going to do is make us fight against each other.
Right.
It's the easiest way.
For anybody who believes what's in the news, or William Barr, who's saying that Trump, no collusion, no obstruction of justice, if you actually read the full Mueller report, go out and read it on your own, there are several counts of obstruction that happened. And there are several proven cases of Russia using Facebook or some other social media platform to influence Americans, go out into the real world with protests that are designed by these Russian actors. There was one in Florida where they had a bunch of people in a Facebook group set up a protest the Facebook group was actually created by a Russian. So not even somebody in America, where they were pro-Trump, and they set up this whole protest where they built a jail cell on the back of a flatbed truck, had somebody pretend to be Hillary in the cell, and then Trump outside of it yelling at her, and then they drove around Florida. That was orchestrated by a Russian on Facebook. So this shit did happen. We have provable cases of it, and they're trying to portray it in the media like a both sidesism thing, like I was saying earlier, which is totally like off base of the factual. It's giving people an option and a team to play for, and that's not what we should be doing right now.
Not at all.
Right. So that episode, people go and listen to that because it lays out the long game. It's not just talking about the 2016 election. It's laying out what the Russians have been trying to do for a very long time. And then you piece it back together and realize that it's working. What just happened in the past 4 years is what they were trying to do.
Dude, that's why, I mean, I know I'm an asshole, but when it comes to, like, people that I don't really know, like, I'm only an asshole to you if I know you. If I don't know you, I'm really nice to you, regardless of who you are. It doesn't matter. For this exact reason, is it because I feel like I saw this shit a mile away.
Right.
I mean, I even told you. I just think that all this shit happening is just to hide us from what's really going on. They're just trying to get us against each other, and that's not what we need. We can't, no matter how hard it gets, we have to band together.
Yeah. I completely agree with you on that point. I think you're exactly right.
I saw a post that was like, "Did y'all forget that we can overthrow our government?"
Right.
And I mean, yes and no, because then we go into this whole thing where you think about the fact of our military. And if the government has the military backing them, then we're screwed. How can we fight against the military?
Yeah. I think you're on an earlier episode, your dad actually commented to me, like, where I was saying Trump might refuse to leave office if he doesn't get reelected.
Yeah.
It was like, where have you ever seen that? When has that ever been said? And it's been said by the president now at this point. He himself has said that it's not going to be peaceful. And he said he has the military on his side. And that's actually kind of true, because the way he's been running the military is he's just let the generals go for it, whatever they want to do. There's been more drone strikes and civilians murdered with drone strikes in the first year of his presidency than there was in all of Obama's 8 years.
Where did you see this at?
It was It was Washington Post or CNN or something, but I will link to the article or the podcast episode that I listened to it in the episode description.
I wasn't going that far. I just wanted to know, honestly. I just wanted to see where you had saw it at.
It's been said by the president himself and by several of his generals, and also the Obama statistics that just lays out that Trump has basically told the military, do what you think is right, and they love him for that. Or at least some of them do.
So do you think that there's going to be so many people in the military that us as a country would not be able to fight back? Like, do you think that because there would be people that are in the military that would agree with us, that would come and fight with us. We
Yeah.
know that for a fact. There would be some people. You can't, out of all of the people that are in the military, you can't deny that fact. There would be some people, but how large of the number would it be? How much of the military would be taken away from them? They don't have bodies. But then again, they just got drones, man. If you got 5 people, you've got 5 drones that can literally just fly around in a certain area and just bomb us. We can't do anything. You don't even know when it's coming. You don't even see it up in the sky.
Yeah.
That's where it gets scary when you're like, I saw that post and I was like, oh yeah, we can, but can we? Can we overthrow our government? Because the government's backed by our military, and if there's enough people that are, the whole point of a military and what they do is they break you down. They break you down until you're nothing, and then they build you back up with their views. And what you do, you listen. No matter what, you listen because that's the enemy. I told you that's the enemy, and you're gonna listen to me. Like, that's all they do is they break you down so you do nothing but you listen to your CO. You listen to whoever's above you, and that's what you're told to do, so that's what you do. If I tell you to kill a civilian, regardless of whether they have a weapon or not, do you do it? How many people are going to do that? How many people in the military are going to fight against us? That's what makes it scary. That's why I'm like, can we really overthrow our government? Did you forget, or do you know that you can't?
I don't think people have forgotten. I think we've gotten complacent. We just kind of think that's never
Are
going to
you
be an option.
complacent?
No.
I don't think complacent is the right word.
I think most people have got, because it doesn't necessarily affect people's daily lives right now. I mean, it's starting to get to that point where it might start affecting people's daily lives directly, but most people don't think about this stuff all the time. And I
Until
really
it
don't.
happens to you.
Exactly. And I don't really know the answer to your question, but it makes me think of what's going on in Venezuela right now. Do you know what's going on?
No.
They're basically having like a coup, or at least that's what one side of them would call it.
A coup?
Where, yeah, so there was an election for a democratically elected leader, and there's controversy about who actually won it. On one side, you have Duterte, who's kind of the right-wing bad guy. He said some crazy shit about women and gays. He said some crazy shit about drugs. He said some crazy shit about executing people in public for being criminals. He's the sitting president right now. And it looks like he got elected in pretty corrupt ways. He's running against a guy, I don't remember his first name, but last name Nieto, who he's more like what we would think of as a liberal, where he seems like an upstanding guy for the people. And the military is split between the two. You have military on Duterte's side, and you have military on Nieto's side. And they've been holding protests in the street with civilians and the military fighting back and forth for who they think is the actual president.
So you have military fighting against military.
With civilians involved.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
See, that's what we're looking at. This is exactly where it's going to go.
Yeah. That's what scares me. I mean, people like to think that America's not the rest of the world. Like, this could never happen here.
Do me a favor. Find a different country for us, and let's go. 5-year plan. Hopefully within 5 years nothing happens, but let's do it, bro. 5-year plan. Let's fucking move to a different country because this shit's gonna go to shit.
Yeah.
There's no doubt. If it continues to keep going this route, I don't want to be in this country.
Yeah.
Even if we lived out in BFE, bro, somebody's gonna fucking find us. I would much rather not live in this country to the point where if it comes down to like martial law or we have another fucking civil war, some fucking bullshit, like we are gonna end. But then again, I don't know because I feel like the 1% is like we're that 99%. So it's hard for me because I want to think that we could do it and that there's people that like the majority of people that live in the United States would be on the right side, but I don't know. And that's what scares me. And I'm like, I want to be a part of this war because it's just not right. But is it my my fight? Can I really win this? Pick your battles. Is this a battle that I can win, or is this something where am I just being a bitch? Like, I don't want to go to war. I don't want to die for this shit. But I don't, because it's so fucking stupid. It's so ignorant to me that why should I lose my life over this? I should just leave.
It feels like the side that we would be fighting for is clearly like the factually backed side, and that we'd even be fighting a war over this shit. It doesn't make any sense. You're right.
My teeter has tipped when Bill Nye started fucking cursing in his videos.
Oh, I saw that. That was awesome.
When Bill Nye starts cursing about what's going on, and
it was on John Oliver, right?
Yeah. I think I don't know where it was
tonight.
But I did see that it was like, I don't know where it was, but I saw it on Facebook.
It was
or
on
something.
Last Week Tonight with John Oliver.
But okay.
Yeah.
That was definitely my tipping point too, because we have climate change, and then we have racial issues, and now we're having gender issues.
We're sliding completely backwards.
That's all it feels like. I feel like we just took like 15 steps back for no reason, except for to get us to fight against each other.
Yeah, that's what I was talking to Crystal about this last night, where she was like, "What the fuck is happening?" And I was like, "I know, right? Like, we shouldn't be overturning Supreme Court rulings,
right?
Like, you feel like
about people's rights.
Anytime we've fought for people's rights and then the court decided in favor of that, why would you ever go back and change it?
No, hold on. Isn't it forcing somebody to go through a pregnancy? Isn't that like that's a federal that's a law against humanity. Forcing
humanity?
Yeah, a crime against humanity is to force somebody to go through pregnancy.
I mean,
hold on, let me fact check myself real quick.
That might be some sort of UN thing, which they claim to have more power than they actually have, so who knows how enforceable that is. But I'm not sure. While you're looking that up, the other podcast I wanted to shout out, just so people, right-leaning people, you're not going to agree with this at all, so you can just go away now. But the other podcast I wanted to shout out is Even More News. It's from the people who do Some More News on YouTube. It's Cody Johnston and Katie Stoll, who used to work for Cracked. So it's got a lot of humor in it, but it's actual journalists. They recently did an episode on the abortion ban. It was 3 days ago from when we were recording this. So would that be Thursday? And they did a really good discussion on why these laws are so backwards, why the way that they're enforced and being laid out isn't scientific at all, and how it's essentially a full-on ban on any abortion and not a heartbeat bill. So if people want to do a more deep dive into those subjects, Even More News has a really great episode that they released recently.
Rape is recognized as a crime against humanity, by the way.
That makes sense. I mean, you're literally forcing yourself. You're forcing your will over somebody else's. That seems like a crime against a personhood, you know? I have one more, actually, that I want to shout out while we're doing this. I think it's tangentially related, but it's something that I listened to, and it made me think of so many different things and tied so many different subjects together. I think I've shouted them out before, but Radiolab has an amazing episode called Bit Flip, and it's about how an election was influenced by by rays from the sun. How a candidate got more votes than they should have in an election because a single bit inside of a computer was flipped by a particle from the sun hitting it. So here's the thing. This is going to blow your mind.
Hold on. Repeat that for me real quick.
All right. I'll just read the thing. Back in 2003, Belgium was holding a national election, one of the first where the votes would be cast and counted on computers. So this was their first electronic voting.
Okay.
And they were testing it out. They had people researching and testing it while they were doing it. It was kind of a test run to see how well it worked. And when the votes came back, a candidate had, I forget the exact number, it was 4,000 and some votes more than she should have, because it was more people than were in that district. So it would have been impossible for her to get that many votes. And what it came down to was the way bits in a computer work, the way a computer counts is by turning on certain bits at a time. And it counts by factors of 2. So you can have different bits on at the same time. Think of like a row of lights. Let's say you have 13 lights. 1 turns on, that's 1. 1 plus 2 turns on, that's 3. If just 2 turns on, that's 2. So that's how you do your adding in a computer.
Okay.
Yeah. So at some point, a charged particle filled with radiation from the sun hit a transistor inside of the computer that was doing the counting that day. And it had enough charge to turn that transistor on. So at some point during the counting, an extra 4,000 votes got added because a bit was flipped while the computer was counting.
Dude, if I could slam my head onto this desk right now, I would.
Right?
I would. I would do it.
We're being constantly bombarded by cosmic radiation. Like right now, an uncountable amount of particles are being shot through your body. They don't stop for matter. They go right through. And it has an effect on electronic devices. The smaller and smaller we make our technology, the more often this is going to happen too, because transistors are getting smaller and smaller, which means they take less charge to be activated. So the average particle is going to have enough energy to flip a transistor in your phone. And that's where glitches and errors come from sometimes. So my point with bringing that up, which people go listen to that episode, it's fucking amazing. It made me think of abortion and climate change and the way we handle all this stuff, voting, because we're moving more and more towards an electronically ran society. Like everything's technology now. The way we drive our cars, the way cities are mapped out, the way we're being surveilled, the way voting is done is all on these electronic systems. And we're making it smaller and smaller, and we're having things that we can't predict, like cosmic radiation, influence the outcomes of this type of shit. So just besides us fighting with each other over these issues all the time, we're dealing with these outside forces that we're not going to be able to control. And I don't know what to do about shit like that, other than just be informed about it, like I was saying. Like, the fact that you now know that that can happen changes your perspective on things.
My perspective is to go buy an island. And hope that when shit goes to hell, it doesn't reach my island.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Did you find anything on rape being
I didn't.
okay?
I tried to look for it, and the only thing that's been, like, popping up is, like, Wikipedia, and I hate that.
Yeah. Can't really trust Wikipedia.
No, I don't really trust Wikipedia. But hold on. What are examples of crimes against humanity?
Yeah. So just be more informed, people. When you have an opinion on a subject, which this is something I've had to stop myself so many times, especially doing this podcast now. I've made so many mistakes over the episodes we've recorded. So I've learned to go back before I say something and to actually read about it.
Speaking of which, super off topic. It's not Stupidville, Ohio. It's Steubenville,
Steuben.
Ohio.
Okay.
I just wanted to correct ourselves there.
We should do a corrections episode
We
at some point in the
probably
future.
should, but yeah, we fucked up. Sorry.
Yeah.
People,
We're not perfect.
People in Steubenville are pissed at us right now, dude, and they have been for like a week or two now.
I mean, by the time this comes out, it'll be in a whole nother week, so we're just
Yeah.
adding time
Yeah,
before we fix
they're
this.
dude, riots, man.
Yeah.
Expect them at our door.
Those people from Steubenville are animals, man. Oh. It's all right if you can't find
Yeah,
anything.
it's too much fucking reading for me right now.
It should be a crime against humanity.
I mean, seriously, I honestly I don't get it, man. I don't understand. It hurts my head. It hurts my head to think about this. It does. It hurts my heart. I think about all of these scenarios that people have been bringing up about like I see this post and it's constantly like an 11-year-old that was raped now has to go full term.
yeah, that's fucking awful.
That's fucking horrible.
They might die from that.
Dude, they could die from that, but then, I mean, if they don't, still, the lifelong, like, mental pain that they're gonna feel from that shit, especially knowing that that's where like their whole life, remembering that the therapy that they would have to go through, like that's where I just feel like the suicide rate, man. That's what I hate, and I hate to say it, but that's where it goes, man. They're just trying to get us to fight against each other, to kill ourselves, to kill each other. That's all it ever is, man. There's that. What was the fucking bricks that had the shit inscribed on it? The Georgia Guidestones, where it was like keep the population between 300 and 600,000 people. Obviously, we're fucking well above that.
That'll be for the correction episode too. It was 3 million.
It was 3 million?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So okay, that seems more reasonable.
Still
All
a
right.
lot less than the people that are on the planet, 7.4 billion, but still.
I mean, this is true, but that makes me feel a little bit better here. But this also kind of proves my point even more. They could probably get that number down a little bit.
Yeah.
Get the entire United States to fight against each other, to kill each other. You just took the population down by how much?
I mean, they'd need to do it by a factor of 30 to get to that number. There's 300 million of us in the United States. So,
Oh, I mean, yeah. So, but still,
and what then? Yeah.
but then we're talking about Venezuela. There's other countries out there that are going through shit where it just seems like they're just gonna get us to fight against each other. I don't think we'll ever go into a nuclear war. I think now
I
it's
really
more.
hope not, unless somebody launches them at us. I mean, we have China, North Korea, and Russia that all have that capability.
But they know that if they shoot anything at us, we're just gonna shoot everything back at them, and then at that point, like, we're all gonna die. That's just plain. So really, it's just a suicide mission for everybody.
Yeah, I used to think that's how it was, but it's gotten more complicated than that recently. I don't want to
what
dive
way, man?
completely into this. We can save it for the next episode, but there might be a war with Iran coming, and
Yeah, I heard about that. What the fuck?
if the U.S. decides to get involved in that, it's going to be incredibly bad for us, and unpredictably bad, because China and Russia are going to get involved, and the way that the allyship works right now, I'm not even sure that the allies that we have on paper are technically still our allies. And the UK and Britain are not at a point right now to care about what's going on with that. Like, they don't want to go to war with Iran, so they're not going to back us on that. But we have these war hawks in our administration, like John Bolton, who are pushing for this type of thing, and it might end up with Russia or China going for that power grab finally, because the U.S. is so destabilized. If we choose to fight another war that we're not going to win, we're fucked. So that scares the fucking shit out of me because of the administration we have right now.
I'm super confused on what war has solved. After all of these years, what has it solved? I'm just wondering. I mean, even since like World War One, what have you ultimately solved?
There was a ban on war after World War One. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Yeah, we all agreed that we weren't going to do it again, and then World War II happened.
Well, here we are.
And we all agreed that we all had to get involved because of Hitler. So
Okay, well,
you go into the reasons why the U.S. waited so long, and then you find out that they kind of backed Hitler for a long time before they got involved. Yeah, once again, it's more complicated than that. I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't want to worry about getting nuked, because I think that's kind of like a...
But it makes sense to worry about it.
Yeah, we
That's
should be
what
worried
scares
about
you.
that type of thing.
That's what scares me, man.
Yeah.
And that's why I feel like I don't want to be anywhere kind of a part of a country that's like that, man. Let's just go fucking move to Canada, dude. I'm telling you.
They're not going to let us in.
Yeah, they will.
It's really hard to get into Canada as
You
an
think
American.
so?
They're not taking Americans right now.
No.
No.
Yeah, but we're good people, man.
It's like that South Park episode where Canada built a wall. And
Oh, yeah.
yeah. That's what's going on right now.
They're like, we want nothing to do with y'all.
The dude's just sitting on top of it like, yeah, fuck off. Bye. See you, America.
Man.
We're not doing a good job of putting ourselves in a place for people to support or help us right now.
There's like is it Italy or somewhere? Somebody was telling me, who was it? I don't remember who it was, but somebody was telling me about some fucking country or something is paying people, like, you pay like $5,000 and then you go to a place and you help rebuild a home. So the deal is that you pay like $4 or $5,000 and you go to this place and there's no electricity or anything, but you promise to rebuild it. But they'll, like, with the property taxes and everything, it's like 4 to 5 grand
Yeah.
to own the house and live there. But they were sloganing it for like $5. They're like, you can move here for $5. And that's kind of true, but with everything else involved, it's like 4 to 5 grand.
Yeah.
And as long as you plan to rebuild that, so they're just trying to rebuild their town.
They're doing a grassroots remodeling thing, basically.
Remodel the outside, and then they're using that money to remodel their city on the inside.
Okay.
So, like, they're using all of that money to help build their city up, and then also build the outside. They're trying to get people to come in to help rebuild these homes out in this beautiful landscape, in this country. But
So rather than like a corporate developing company coming through and gentrifying an entire area,
it's
they're
a
having
city
from the ground up.
is like, come live here.
Yeah.
Literally, we'll do it for cheap.
The correct way to do it.
The only issue is that you don't have like electricity and like
Running water,
You
shit like
have
that.
to like build all of that. You have to promise to renovate it within like 5 years or something.
Yeah. I mean, that's another thing is there's a lot of countries that are doing incredibly progressive social programs like that are actually helping.
Let's go.
Yeah. I mean, Portugal made all drugs legal, and they have these clinics where you can go do heroin under the supervision of a doctor, and their rates of heroin addicts went down. Imagine that.
Because that doctor is going to be able to give them a dose that they know is going to be able to like help them relax, but also not be enough that it's going to like kill them, and then they can work on treatments to help get them better as
Also,
they're working with like making them feel better and slowly weaning them off. That's what you have to do.
yeah.
And that's the hardest thing to do. And what they make you do now is just quit cold turkey, and that's fucking it. That's difficult.
Yeah, and if you put yourself in that mindset of being a heroin addict and you're going to this clinic to get heroin, maybe the first couple times it's like, I just need my fix. But then you talk to some of the people there, you talk to the doctor starts helping you lower your dose, like you said. And then you got to imagine the social stigma tied to going into that type of clinic. It's going to be embarrassing for you or shameful to keep going back. So people do better themselves, and they eventually get to a point where they don't want to go to that clinic anymore. It's good for society to do things like that, even if it costs money. Like,
It's better in the long run. The
Yeah.
longevity, man. That's I'm too poor to be cheap.
exactly, yeah. It
All right.
comes back to that again.
Yeah, for real. It's the same concept when it comes to human health, and then also like with the drugs and shit. The way that the government fights against it is the wrong way.
It's costing way more money than it would to just legalize
yeah.
it all.
Legalize it all, and if y'all are really trying to kill us off, talk about natural selection. Like, legalize it to the point where anybody can do it and you won't get in trouble. If you pull me over and I literally have a giant bag of cocaine sitting in my passenger seat, like, buckled in. Like, I was so delicate with it that I
Strap in the baby.
I strapped in my giant bag of cocaine and was
Yeah.
I was like, I'm on my way home. Like, I haven't done anything yet.
Don't mind me, officer.
Yeah, like,
I'm
don't.
a tourist.
I am literally, I am on my way to my B&B, and I'm going to go there. I'm going to do this giant bag of cocaine. And he's like, by all means, natural selection right there. Like, if that's what you want to do, that's what you wanted to do.
Yeah.
I mean,
Here's your Darwin Award.
I see the other side too, where it's like, you don't even want to give them the chance for it to be something. But then you're telling them that it's horrible for them, but then when you get older, you find out that there's so many people that are doing it.
Yeah.
You talk to people, you have interactions with people that are like, yeah, I do cocaine every day. So then you're like, okay, so it's not as bad as what they told me it was. Not as bad as what they say. Like, if this guy can fucking spend $500 in a night on cocaine and still fucking come to work the next day at 8 a.m., then I should be able to try it,
Yeah.
kind of thing. So I see both sides of it, where it's like you don't even want it to be a thing, and then it will just go away. But that's not how humans work.
Right. Yeah.
You
Not at all.
you tell somebody not to do something, they're gonna want to do it.
Yeah. And if
If-
somebody finds out that they've been lied to for years, they're not gonna be happy about it.
Dude, if I took a fucking box, right, and I put that box over in the corner and like told you about the box and that there was something special in that box, but you can't fucking touch it.
It's a SpongeBob episode.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is, dude.
It just has a string in there.
Just a string. Yeah, well, it's the
but
photo.
then-
It's the photo.
Yeah, wait
Let's
for
be
the
real
end of
here.
the episode, guys. Spoilers.
Spoiler alert. If you've never fucking watched SpongeBob. That's another thing. If you've never watched SpongeBob, quit listening to us right now. Go listen to SpongeBob. Rick and Morty and SpongeBob.
Is that- if you've never seen SpongeBob, go get an abortion.
I'm fucking done with you. I'm so done with you. I can't take it anymore.
I didn't want to say it, but I had to.
You did like kind of stumble a little bit there. I was like, what are you about to say? Whew.
That's gonna get me in trouble.
Yeah, probably.
It's okay.
Fuck it, man. I think that we've done enough social justice for the day.
I agree with you. This type of stuff wears me out, but I do think it's incredibly important for
That we talk
everybody
about it,
listening.
man. We have to
Be
talk about it.
involved. Yeah. I mean, just beyond listening to this, go listen to other fun podcasts. Go find more ways to take in this type of knowledge.
Please go listen to stuff they don't want you to know. They have another side of it that is stuff you should know.
Yeah.
Those are both two amazing podcasts, and you can really learn a lot of stuff from there. I mean, just scroll down, and then you'll be like, oh, it'd be cool to learn about that. Oh,
Mhm.
it'd be cool to learn about this. Like, you scroll for days.
Yeah, just find new ways of learning stuff. And if you find yourself talking about something that you really don't know a lot about, just Google it, please. We need this country to be more informed.
Yes, definitely. Talk to people, anybody. Like, you hear somebody saying some dumb shit, please do not be afraid to speak up. We don't want to. Violence is never the answer, and you have to understand the point where you have to agree to disagree with somebody and just walk away. You're not going to change their opinion. You can try, but if you realize that you can't change their opinion and it gets to the point where the argument gets heated and you think that it might be a bad situation, just walk away. That's the end of it. You can't change their mind. There's nothing that you can do to change their mind. You just got to walk away and just move on with your life. But the fact that you tried, that's the first step. You have to try. I mean, it's the same thing with, like, fucking racism, dude.
Yeah.
Like, if I see a white dude being racist to anybody, like, I'm not going to be on his side, regardless of who it is. I can't do that. That's not who I am. I'm not just
Right.
going to sit back and do nothing. Like, I'm going to tell you to shut the fuck up. Like, you were being a dumbass, you're ignorant as fuck, and you need to get out of here. And that's just
Yeah.
how it is. But I will also voice my opinion. If you don't like it and you don't want to hear it, then by all means, I'll just walk away. But at least I tried.
Yeah.
And that's what everybody needs to do. We at least need to try. We need to try and change people's perspectives on these crazy fucking laws that they're trying to divide us on. It doesn't make any sense to me that this is even that people even back it. Even like politicians and shit, man. That this is even, it's so morally corrupt that it makes me sick.
Yeah. The only thing we can do about it is just fight with facts and keep trying to do that. That Bill Nye shit, man.
Yeah.
I'm at that breaking point
I'm
too.
telling you, bro. My
Yeah.
teeter-totter point was when Bill Nye was like, the world is on fucking fire.
Yeah.
I, wide-eyed, got shot back in my seat, was like,
Our childhood hero is finally having to just be like real and draw the line with us.
bro, Bill Nye grew up with me.
Yeah.
It was like I got older and started to curse, and then Bill Nye was like, yeah, bet.
Yeah.
Bet.
Yeah.
The world's on fucking fire, dude. I
Yeah.
was like, yeah, we're fucked. Fucked, man. We're not gonna change shit. That's what sucks, man.
You can only hope that we get out of this tailspin that we're in.
And I don't see it, man.
I mean,
The more and more that we talk about, we've been trying to be like
I was gonna say we're supposed to be positive,
supposed to be
dude.
uplifting and everything, But it sucks, man. It really does suck.
It's hard to be
for me.
positive nowadays. Yeah.
Honestly, and I hate to say that, and I don't want to put that out there, but a lot of this shit is depressing, especially with all this women's rights shit coming out, man. That shit hurts.
Yeah, I'm really worried about the Supreme Court shit, man.
Yeah, and because I'm worried about my wife. Like, first and foremost, I'm worried about her and her rights. Like,
all the states that made that shit, we're pretty close to all the, like,
yeah. And Ohio is fucking, like, somebody told me, like, we're a distribution state.
Yeah.
That's why we have so many semi-trucks in Ohio, is because we're a distribution state. A lot of shit comes out of Ohio. That's why we're a big state for elections, too.
Yeah.
Is for that reason. So it's like, Ohio is one of those deciding factors. Like, where are we going to end up being on? Whether it's our control or not. That's where I'm like, I talk to all these people. I have all these interactions with these people that are around me. And I know I'm kind of, like, closed off. I don't talk to that many people. But still, but those people talk to people. And those people talk to people. And I feel like they all kind of have the same view.
Yeah.
And that makes me wonder if Ohio goes against our view and how we feel, then is it really corrupt? When you're like, there's no way that this could happen.
Yeah.
Everybody that I know is against this. Everybody that I know is going to vote against this. But then it happens.
We'll have to talk about the electoral college at some point in the future, because Ohio's vote went red in the 2016 election, and maybe there's more conservatives here than there are liberals, which, whatever, but it is frustrating being aware of what you're talking about. Like, everybody that I talk to agrees with me.
Yeah.
And it might just be the bubble we're in, but it's incredibly frustrating.
I need to break out of that bubble. We
need to meet some right-leaning people.
I need to fucking meet somebody that is for this abortion law. I'm so serious. I need to talk to somebody. I don't want it to have a bad conversation with them. That's not what I'm looking
debate.
for. No. I'm not looking. I seriously, I just want to know where you stand. I want to know why you feel the way that you feel. I won't even talk. I just want to listen. I just want you to tell me. I might have some questions, but that'll lead into you just talking more. That's all I want. Seriously, I want to see where your mind is. I want to see your perspective, because this shit doesn't make any sense to me. And like you said, the only way that we can move forward is to be informed. Maybe there's some shit that we don't even know about.
Maybe. I'm sure.
Listen, I said maybe with so much fucking sarcasm in my fucking voice, and I apologize that it didn't come off that way, because there ain't. Yeah. There's nothing that you can tell me. But
on that specific issue, go fuck yourself. But yeah, maybe.
No, I need to talk to somebody. And we're not gonna get anybody, because we've kind of been super negative to him. I don't think that there would be anybody that would talk to us. But if you are somebody that disagrees with us on the whole abortion laws, and you do agree with it, and you would agree to sit down and talk with us, please email us at blueskiespod@gmail.com. I'm seriously, nothing bad will happen. You will not be hurt.
Yeah, we're lovers, not fighters.
Seriously, like, pacifist all way, except for in defense situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could also leave us a voicemail. I've been waiting for somebody to fucking call us. Somebody call us, please.
What's the number, man?
614-600-2056. And you can leave us a voicemail. We'll put you on the show.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to hear people's opinions. That's part of why we started this.
Let us know if you want to be on the show or not in the voicemail.
Yeah, or if you don't want us to say your name, you want to stay anonymous, you got to let us know that too. I mean, I'm not going to read people's names by default, so let us know if you want us to say your name.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I just can't see. Yeah, please. I'm begging you. Somebody. Seriously. Come sit down in front of this microphone.
It's all about the conversation. That's why we're doing this.
I fucking dare you. I'm being a little bit aggressive right now just to get somebody heated to come on here, but I fucking dare you.
I bet you won't.
I double dog dare you.
Bet you won't.
I bet you won't. I fucking bet you won't.
Do you like what I put in that one episode? I will throat punch you if you don't leave an iTunes review. Figure we need to get a little aggressive if we want people to listen to us.
You got a good point there.
Yeah.
That's why I got aggressive and stuck in.
I wish that picked up on the mic.
What? Which one picked up on the mic? Oh.
He admitted it, you guys.
No, I did not. Admitted what?
He's got the noise gate so that you can't hear the chains
what was
rattling.
That one guy, Ralph Nathan.
Ralph Northam,
Ralph Northam.
my favorite senator ever.
That's what I'm pulling a Northam right now.
I did, but I didn't.
I'm
Did I?
pulling a Northam. I did, but I didn't. But did I?
Yeah. We need shirts that say that.
I did, but I didn't.
Did I?
But did I? But did you though?
Yeah,
Holy
dude.
shit, man! The world's crazy right now, dude.
I keep coming back to this, but all we can do is just keep doing this and hope people find more avenues of information, because the way we're doing it right now is not working.
Nope.
And we'd prefer if you followed us.
I can say I would prefer that.
Yeah, get on iTunes, review us, rate us, let us know what
Please.
you think.
Comment.
Yeah.
Follow us on Instagram at Blue Skies Pod. Super easy to find us. We're on Facebook too. Blue Skies from the Basement.
We're no longer doing Patreon. We're going to set up donation buttons for you guys, whether it be through some sort of Cash App or Venmo or what's the big one? PayPal.
Yeah, PayPal.
Yeah, so we're going to set up different ways for you guys to support us, and that's really going to help us out, because it's we love doing this, but it's expensive to do. So if you like what you're hearing, go ahead and donate, help support us, and we'd be super grateful for that. You should see the room we're in right now. We need it.
Yeah. Also, I mean, again, when we talk about you guys, we need your help, seriously, with talking to other people and telling them about us. Because maybe there is that person out there that agrees with abortion laws, and you know them, but you don't know it yet.
Yeah.
And they listen to the episode, and they're like, I want to go talk to him. And now we found that person, and you can be that connection to that person for us. And I'll do something special for you. I don't know what it is yet, but if you can find me somebody and get them on the podcast, I'll do something good for you.
Yeah, you get that missing link bonus.
I'll do something good for you. Seriously, I don't know what it is yet, but I promise it'll be worth your while. I'm pretty good with my hands.
Austin gives great massages.
I do, actually. This is actually true. I'm not joking. This is 100% serious. I'm good at massages.
Yeah.
I just know. I'm naturally. I've never taken any classes or anything, but I promise you, I'll make you feel good afterwards. I can't really give anybody a massage. I'm not promising that. I'm not promising anybody a massage. That's just
the
not
head.
happening.
Just head. No massages.
Yeah.
Giving out blowjob coupons over here.
Holy shit.
I'm sorry. I threw you under the bus there.
Yeah. It's all right, though.
Yeah, it'll be okay.
Maybe just a handy.
Okay.
Hey, that can go both ways, too.
I mean, that could be our side job. They got parlors for that, man.
Good point, dude.
Side hustle.
All you gotta do is stick your dick through a hole, and I'll just fucking give you a handy, dude. I could be scrolling through Facebook giving you a handy, man. Not even giving a shit.
I'm straight and married, but I'll jump in.
I could do all my fucking research for this episode while giving a dude a handy.
Yeah, it'd be super easy.
I'd be making money and be doing research at the same time. Because, there probably wouldn't be a guy coming, at all times of the day. You would have some free time, to, really, research and study and shit.
Yeah.
Then every now and again, just a little hard one pops in. You're like, oh, hey there. You're a little early. I thought our appointment was at 2. It's 1:55. Look at you.
Are you
Early
hard
bird.
at work, or are you just hard?
Early bird gets the worm, huh? You're a big old worm, aren't you?
Yeah, making hard money. I'm done with the puns. But no, yeah, I mean, we need some cash flow. You see what we're considering to do?
Yeah.
Help us out here. If you don't want us to be giving hand jobs and BJs to dicks through walls.
Speaking of hand jobs, man, how's your arm?
It's fucked up, dude.
Not any better?
I mean,
let me see it.
It's still red a little bit.
It's not. It doesn't look as bad as it was.
No, it's getting slowly better. It's a months-long process, tendonitis, so I just gotta keep icing it and keep wrapping it.
I'm so sorry, man.
It'll be okay.
I hope so.
I mean, I'm only in Thailand until August. It's kind of an inside joke for people who don't know that I do tie-dye, but I'm in Thailand.
That's fucking funny. That's actually pretty fucking funny.
Coworker came up with that. I can't take the credit. Shout out to Rayanne again.
Hey, shout out.
Yeah.
You know who I want to shout out?
Who?
I want to shout out Careless Heart.
Oh, hell
First of all, I want to shout out Coles.
yeah.
I want to shout out Max and Irma's.
Oh, shit. Here we
I
go.
want to shout out Logan's. I want to shout out Map Free Stadium.
Who?
Map Free Stadium.
Oh, okay.
I want to shout out Brewdog Elvis Juice. Grapefruit infused IPA with natural citrus flavors. I want to shout out Vaporfy. Okay. I want to shout out to Apple because I need a new phone. Like, real talk though, Apple, like, if you all like what we do here, if anybody from Apple is listening to this, please, I need a new phone, bro. This shit it's bad.
What are you on? Like an iPhone 2?
I'm actually on a 6.
I know. Just joking.
But my phone came with a fidget spinner application on it.
Oh no.
I guess I shouldn't say application because it's not a software on the phone. The phone is a fidget spinner in itself.
What? Huh?
Okay, hold on. I can't do it on this table because of the texture of it.
Did you get a bent iPhone?
Yes.
That was one of the problems with the release on that one. Yep.
Oh, wow. Not. Get my point. Yeah.
Yeah. No,
It's a
Apple
lot more
fucked up
than
with that
anywhere
one.
else would.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I have a bent ass fucking iPhone. Which is fine because when I'm bored, I just sit there. Like when we're out to eat, I'll just sit there and spin my phone
Yeah.
on the table. So
My
it's
phone
cool.
does that while it's in its case because I've got a little metal disc on the back of it that presses through the
yeah,
case.
that's cool. Okay, yeah. No, my phone is just bent.
Yeah.
The whole frame is bent. The charging port, because I keep my phone in my pocket while I work, which I probably shouldn't do. And so shit gets in my pocket and then it like gets into the charging port, so it doesn't really charge all like that.
Yeah.
So I just need a new fucking phone, man. I just don't have the money for it. So shout out to fucking Apple, okay? Shout out to Logitech. Shout out to Counter-Strike Go. Shout out to Logan Wright, bro. If you're listening to this shit, bro, shout out to you.
Yo, Ledge-Logan on Instagram.
Bro, because I love you, and I'm so happy for you and everything that's happened in your life, bro. Good luck to you and everything, bro. You're amazing.
He had
Love
an
you.
awesome post on the abortion thing on Instagram the other day, too.
Did he? I bet he fucking did.
That dude's fucking
I
hilarious.
bet he
Go
did.
follow him,
Yeah,
guys.
seriously. And Andrew, don't forget about that motherfucker. We can't forget about him, bro.
Silent but deadly Andrew.
Dude, silent but deadly Andrew, bro. That motherfucker. Hey, dude, he's got that voice, man. That fucking podcast voice, bro.
He should be in radio.
He should.
Yeah.
He fucking Andrew,
Listen to us.
go be in radio. Go be in something with voice, because you got it. Whatever it is that you need, bro, you fucking got it, man. You got that good, man. You got that good shit, man. Not a lot of people got that good.
That shit's buttery.
That shit buttery as fucking toast, man. I could spread that shit so easily. Yeah. Come work for us. That's pretty much what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Anyways.
We'll support you in working for us.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think I have any more shout outs. I think that was about it.
It was pretty good, dude. I think the only one you missed was Pillsbury.
Oh, and Zing You.
Oh, yeah.
Can't forget about Zing You, bro.
Yeah.
It's what we're recording on, so. Thanks.
Thanks, guys.
Alright. Fuck this shit, man. Later.
Peace.
Game over, man.